All right. Hi. Can everybody hear and see me? Can I get some comments or anything so if I can know if y'all here to see me? Please, please, please. Hello. Can everybody hear and see me? If you can, please drop a comment, drop your name, a hand wave, something so I can know y'all can see me. Welcome in, welcome in. We're going to give everybody a chance to get in here. Let's get started. Thank you, Miss Whitley. How you doing? We got some more people coming in. Okay. And while we're waiting, please make sure you have your pens, your papers, you're taking your bathroom breaks. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb so them kids can't call bothering you right now because we got some stuff to learn, okay? There's some really good stuff in here for y'all to learn today. I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited too. You got your pen and your paper? Please say yes. The screen is so low. Perfect. Okay. You came prepared. Thank you. Just don't really want to do that. If you just joined, hello, welcome in. Again, pen, paper, bathroom breaks, phone on Do Not Disturb so we can just, get through this and you get everything you came here for. Trying to share the post. Trying to share the post with a few more people to get them in here. It's never too late to invite somebody in. It wouldn't let y'all hear me? Oh, okay, we're going to start over. It's okay. So, can you guys hear me now? Everybody can hear me? Can everybody hear me? Yes, okay. All right, let's start over. Welcome to the Beauty Business Blueprint. I am your host, Deven Jenee. And as you come here, drop on your cities and your beauty business name in the comments below so we'll know everyone that we're working with. You know, we are here to be a family, build a team. Someone else is saying they can't hear me. Can you all hear me? Is this saying that I can be heard? Okay, you got it. Perfect. All right. Thank you. So tonight's hashtag, as I was saying, is hashtag BBB2020. That's hashtag BBB2020. Please use that hashtag anytime you post any pictures, videos, notes, anything like that. And also tag at Rosemary Salem Co. That is our wonderful founder who brought us here today. So thank you again. Tag her so that you can have the chance to win a prize tonight. You never know what it's going to be. And I guarantee you it's something good. Anytime she gives something away, it's something good. Gotcha. Yes, everybody come on the tag. We have Erica B Luxuries on IG. Yes, ma'am. See, someone's listening. Let's get them dropped in. See, all right. So let's go ahead and get this summit going with our first segment, Mindset of a Beauty Business Owner, with award-winning celebrity MUA, author, and speaker, Ms. Hana Ali. Miss Hana, are you there? Hi, beautiful.
I'm here. That was super cute. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm
All
good. I'm
righty.
here.
Well, welcome in. Floor is all yours. You know, so you take over, and we're here to see what you have to offer us today.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight. I am in between clients, so don't pay attention to my background. I'm currently in the break room where my makeup studio is. So let me just first give a huge shout out to Rosemary for putting on this event. I have been knowing Rosemary now for quite some time, and I'm just honored that she has chosen me once again to be a part of one of her amazing events. So thank you, Rosemary. Kudos to you. Kudos to the host, Deven. Thanks for introducing me. So let's just get right into it. She gave a brief introduction. Thank you so much. So let me just tell you guys a little bit about who I am, what I do, and why I was chosen to be on this platform. So my name is Hana Ali, and I am a professional slash celebrity makeup artist. I'm a makeup studio owner. I have my own makeup line, which is currently on hiatus right now because of COVID, but we'll get to that later. I'm also an author, a mentor, a coach, et cetera, et cetera. I absolutely love what I do, and none of that would be possible if I did not cultivate the right mindset. So, with that being said, we've heard that term, we've heard that word over and over and over. You got to have the right mindset. What type of mindset are you supposed to have? What does that even mean? Do you know the characteristics of what a mindset is? And although I've heard that term, I really didn't know what that was. What I did know is I had a burning desire to do what I'm doing now. So, a little bit of my background, I come from corporate America. I was in banking and insurance for years. I went to college and I have a degree in communications, and I also have a master's degree in education. But like a lot of people, I was bored. Corporate America just was not fulfilling me and the desires that I had and the purpose that I wanted to fulfill while on this earth. Although I did not know what my purpose and my passion was, I discovered that at a later time, but I just knew corporate America just was not for me. So over the, I would say, past 8 to 9 years, I have been searching for my passion and my purpose, and I finally have tapped into that. But again, it all started with the mindset that I had to cultivate for myself. And I have a couple of notes here. So if you see me looking down, I'm just wanting to make sure that I stay on task and on topic. It's been a crazy day. Like I said, I'm in between clients. So I have another client as soon as this broadcast is over. So again, mindset of a beauty business owner. I started my business, I would say around about 8 years ago, is when I picked up my first makeup brush. Now, I knew nothing about makeup. All I knew is that I loved art and I loved being creative, and I followed that. I was still working full time as an insurance agent, and I started building my makeup business on the side. I fell in love with it. Actually, it was an accident that I even discovered makeup artistry. I have a friend that was modeling at the time. Shout out to Shirley Xavier. It's my homegirl. She's also my business manager now, but she was modeling here in Atlanta where I live at the time. And when she kind of found out that I had even a small desire to do makeup, she pushed me into pursuing that. And once I picked up my first brush, I fell in love with it. I started doing freelancing work all over the city. It didn't matter what somebody needed a makeup artist for. I was there, dressed in all black and ready to go. In the beginning of my career, I was not getting paid, but I love to do it so much that I would have done it for free. And that's how I was able to recognize that doing makeup and being creative and doing my art was definitely a passion. And I was able to later turn that into a paycheck. But I followed my passion. But behind that passion, I also had a why. My why, which is still prevalent today, was I wanted to show my daughter just something a little different than what I was told. You know, we're told that when we're younger, you go to school, you know, you go to college, you get a degree, you get a good paying job, and you do that for 30 or 40 years, and then you retire and you make a little bit of money, and then you freaking die. I did not want to do that. I didn't want to subscribe to that ideology. So I pursued something a little different that was not the norm in my family. I believe I am the only full-time entrepreneur in my immediate family and in my extended family. I'm the first author. I'm the first of many things because I just wanted to show my daughter something different. And that's my why. It's why I continue to do what I do. And in addition to that, I just want to become the first millionaire in my family. That's why I'm doing what I do, because I also want to break generational curses and I want to leave a legacy to my children, to my family, to my nieces and nephews, so we can continue to, you know, just run this marathon and just don't stop where we're starting. So let's get back into the whole mindset thing. So what is your mindset? And I would say a basic definition of what a mindset is just basically your attitude. It's your attitudes and your thoughts and your ideologies about yourself and about the world and how you look at things. It's really your mental state of being. Your mindset can either be fixed or changeable. There are some people, regardless of what it is and what you tell them or the information that they come across, their mind is made up. You know this person, they're probably in your family, they're probably a friend or a coworker, but we all know someone that, regardless of what information that is in front of them, they will not change their mind. It's like, you know, beating a dead horse, and you're not going to get anywhere with this person. And then you have the people that are changeable, people that take in information and people that believe that you can do something different, that there's more to just meets the eye. And those are the type of people that I like to surround myself with. Those are the type of people that are very successful in life. And I know you guys would agree with me. So why is all of that, you know, important when it comes to business? Um, I think the most important thing that your mindset has to do with business is going to be um, tailored to attached to the success that you have, and how your business will grow and how it will you know, just be able to do some of the things that you set out to do, those goals and things like that that you have set forth for your business. None of that is going to happen. Your business will not flourish unless your mindset is in the right place. It's just one of those things that you have to just put into perspective. And if you are willing to adapt a new mindset and a new way of doing things, then I can pretty much guarantee that you will be successful. Now, there are two words that I absolutely live by, and they have pretty much catapulted me to where I am today. And those two words are persistency and consistency. PNC, I'm telling you, if you adopt persistence and consistency in what you are doing, it's inevitable that it's going to happen for you. So, in the early stages of my career, I would say that being persistent, pushing through obstacles, and persevering, no matter what the circumstances were, have definitely played a huge impact into where I am right now. So, I would say before I opened my own makeup studio, I was working at a lash extension bar here in Buckhead, Atlanta, and I was there for about a year. And when I first started, I was waiting tables part time because I left corporate America. I told myself this is what I wanted to do, and I set out to do it. I didn't have a plan, which I don't suggest. I do suggest that you plan out your your exit from corporate America if that's what you are planning to do. I didn't do that. I just, I jumped and I built the parachute on the way down. But when I was working in Buckhead, I was new to the industry. I had no clients. So a young lady took a chance on me and she hired me to be the makeup artist in her lash extension bar. And there were times where I went into this lash extension bar after dropping my daughter off at school. We opened up, I believe, about 9 or 10 a.m. I was there on time every single day. I was persistent. There were some days that I sat in that lash extension bar and I did not have one client. Not one. I made no money. I got up the next day. I put on all black. I packed up my makeup kit and I drove to Buckhead every single morning. And there were several days out of the week where Hana walked away with $0. But I was so persistent that I pushed through every single day. I was also consistent. Now, persistency and consistency are two different things, kind of similar, but not really. Consistency is being repetitive, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's what I did. So with makeup, I am a self-taught makeup artist and I consistently practice my craft on family, friends, strangers, whomever would allow me to put makeup on their face. It's just as simple as that. There were so many things that I had to learn that I did not know coming into this industry. I was completely green. Again, I'm coming from corporate America into the beauty industry where I didn't know anything, like the basic stuff. But I was so consistent and I was so persistent because I wanted it so bad. So fast forward to today, 6 years later, since I've been doing this full time as an entrepreneur, and any entrepreneur can tell you, I don't care if it's at the beginning, the middle, or the end, you are constantly changing and evolving your mindset because in order for your business to grow, you have to. Things aren't staying the same. Case in point, COVID-19. Every single person that owns a business, I don't care what type of business it was or it is, was impacted by COVID. It could have been impacted in a great way or in a not so great way. Some people had to close down and shut their doors. Some people made millions during this time. However, everyone had to pivot in some type of way. So that's like my word that I've been using over the past couple months since everything happened was pivoting. Because whereas I was not able to service clients face to face in my makeup studio, I now had to shift things online. I had to be creative. I had to think of ways to generate income in the midst of the pandemic, and everyone had to. Um, but that's again a mindset thing. Some people allow COVID-19 to affect them in a way that they were not able to recuperate from it. it took some people completely out. Some people are fearful, some people are scared, and they're nervous, and they still are, and their business has been impacted by it. But I didn't allow that to happen. I had to pivot. I moved things online. Again, I became an author this year, back in February. And I'm going to give that book away at the end of this event. However, I became an author. So I started to push my book more. I sold more books during this time. And just sidebar, if you're thinking about writing a book, I highly suggest that you do that. That is passive income that is coming into your business. You're making money literally in your sleep. So if you have a book idea, just get started. And so I was able to push my book and generate income that way. But everything came back to my mindset. And in the beginning of the shutdown, I will be the first to say that it was a little different. I was a little nervous because I'm trying to figure out how am I going to make money. And I would say in the first week or two, I was a little stressed out that I wasn't able to work. We were shut down by Governor Brian Kemp here in Atlanta, and I was not able to work. So nothing was coming in, no SBA loans, all the bigger corporations was taking up millions. So us little guys, we weren't getting anything. So I'm trying to figure out how in the hell am I going to make my rent payment? How am I going to pay bills and things like that? But that was a negative mindset that I had. So I allowed myself to stress out about a good 7 to 10 days. And after that, I was like, nah, I can't do this. I refuse to do it. And so I got to work and I changed my mindset about the whole thing. And pretty much worked out for me because I didn't miss a beat during this past 10 months now. But again, everything comes back to mindset. I don't care what it is in your professional life or in your personal life. Your mindset will dictate pretty much how your whole entire life will play out. And that's major when you think about it. So let's just go over a couple of components. And then I do want to try to, there was a game that I wanted to play, but I want to go over just a couple components of having the right mindset and what you need to do in order to cultivate the right mindset as a business owner, because you're going to make some money some days, and then some days you're not going to make anything. But you can't allow those days to dictate your business. The high days and the low days, they are just days. And you have to continuously work and push through, regardless if you made $5,000 in a weekend or no dollars in a weekend. It's still a mindset thing. So one of the first components that I have written down of cultivating your mindset is your self-esteem. What do you think about yourself? That's huge. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to social media lately. There is a viral video that's going around of a young lady on a dating show with this guy who's a dating consultant, and she is asking him for advice on how to attract a man that earns six figures. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there are a lot of different things that happen during that video. But it feels as if the one thing that stood out to me the most was the self-esteem that I felt the young lady had and how she accepted what that man spoke over her life. That spoke volumes to me. Outside of him being completely rude and just a shitty person, that's my own personal opinion. Yes, he did have valid points, but his delivery was trash. But watching her rate herself a 5 and admitting to this man that she was an average person said a lot to me about her self-esteem. That is a major component of a successful mindset and cultivating the right mindset. If you don't think highly of yourself, if you don't think you are above average, then guess what? Nobody else is either. I don't care what anyone feels about my looks, about my height, about the fact that I'm a single mother. I don't care about that. That still doesn't make me average because my self esteem tells me otherwise. And there's no other person that can validate that for me. So, what do you think about yourself? That's going to play a major role in your business. Trust me, it will. There are going to be times where you will be tested and your self esteem will be tested right along with it. So do some things that will help you build your self esteem. Do that inner work because it's a lot of inner work that has to take place in order for you to go confidently into rooms where people that are better than you, are more skillful, that are more knowledgeable, going in front of these large corporations or trying to get deals and do business with other businesses or people that you would like to work with. No one wants to work with someone who has low self-esteem, who isn't confident, who isn't assured in what they're doing, who isn't knowledgeable. I know I don't as a business owner, but I link up with other business owners and do networking with other business owners and link up with them to expand and grow. I don't go seeking the people who need help with their self-esteem. And I can tell right off the bat if you're confident or not. So that's huge. If you know you struggle with self-esteem issues, then it's definitely something that you want to work on in order to have a successful business. That's point number one. All right, point number two, facing adversity. You will be told no, and you will fail. Every single person that is here right now listening to me has failed at some point. Every single business owner has heard no, period. That's just all there is to it. But in the same breath, so what? So what? I've been told no so many times. And for me, no just means not right now. Some of the same people that I wanted to work with when I first started in this industry told me that I wasn't good enough, that, they just didn't like my work. I felt no way about that. It made me work even harder. And now those same people who told me no are in my DMs trying to work with me. Yeah, the revenge is so sweet. But outside of that, I did not allow people telling me no or facing adversity in my business to make me stop. I've met so many people and I have so many friends and so many family members that have stopped doing things because they faced adversity, because they ran into a bump in the road. I don't care about that. It makes me work even harder because I look at the next person that is doing what I want to do. And honestly, I say they are no better than me. They aren't smarter. They aren't stronger. They aren't whatever. I take that and I use it and I turn it into a positive and I look at things and say, well, what can I do better? What can I do to improve? And if you are not able to self-assess, then you're going to also have a problem. You have to give yourself constructive criticism and you also have to allow other people to do the same thing. Don't take what someone is saying as something that's negative. Allow your mind to change that negative into a positive. Start to say things differently. And just those little things that you will find that will help to just grow your confidence as a business person. Now, when I walk into a room, my head is erect. I'm walking straight. I'm confident. I know what I'm doing now. In the beginning, I really didn't know, but I will fake it till I faked it till I made it. So you can do that as well, but you still want to carry yourself in a confident manner and just continue to learn and grow as you are being told no. Number three, setting your goals. Now, this is so cliche. Everyone's always like, oh, you got to set your goals and you got to do X, Y, and Z and, check your goals off and da, 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 da. That's all true, but that looks different for every business owner. And one of the things that I had to learn is what works for me in my business may not work for you in your business. So this is something that may continuously change. You may not set your goals the same way. Your goals will vary from year to year, from quarter to quarter, and you have to be able to be adaptable. So setting goals, let me tell you, short term versus long term. This is how I like to break my goals down now. I used to put every single thing I wanted to do on one sheet of paper, and I would look at it and get completely overwhelmed. I don't do that anymore. What I learned to do is break down the goals and the things that I wanted to do in bite-sized pieces. So instead of putting 10 things on my list, I only put three. I put three, and once I check those off, it gives me just a boost of confidence. I feel great. I feel like I'm accomplishing something, even if it's goal number one, check 10 emails today, respond to 10 people, pass out 5 business cards. Those goals don't have to be large and lofty. You can break those goals down. And what it does is that it helps to cultivate a winning mindset. It helps for you and your mind to say, oh, I'm accomplishing something. So being able to break those goals down into smaller sizes will definitely be helpful for you in the long run. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Tony Robbins is. I think most of you guys know, but there's a quote that I absolutely love that he says, and it goes, nothing in life has any meaning except the meaning we give it. I'm going to read that again. Nothing in life has any meaning except the meaning we give it. So, with that being said, there are so many things that you will come into contact with, whether it be in your personal life or your professional life, but it only will mean something to you if you give it power. Being told no will only mean something to you if you give it power. If you continue to be persistent and consistent, then you are given that power. Eventually, it will lead to you becoming a more confident and successful business person. Now, this is not going to happen overnight. I know a lot of people are misconstrued because they're scrolling on social media, they're seeing all these people with these lifestyles, and you're thinking that, oh, if I go purchase some hair from AliExpress, get a logo made for 50 bucks, and post cute pictures on Instagram, then I have a business and I'm going to be successful. And you could not be further from the truth. I like to call people like that just this microwave generation. And what I mean by that is they want it instantly and they don't want to work for anything. It took me years to get to where I am, years for me to accomplish certain things. And it is not going to happen overnight. And I've noticed that a lot of people go into business with that mindset. And eventually you'll see that it's a lot more than taking cute pictures for Instagram. Your brand is not your logo. Your brand is a lot more than just a logo. There are so many things that go into your business. And it's also one of the reasons why I wanted to author and write the book that I did this year. And the name of the book is How to Become a Professional Makeup Artist, and it's your guide to a successful start in the beauty industry. And let me tell you, I've sold so many of these books. And the reason why is because I was able to build a very successful beauty business in a little amount of time. And Rosemary can attest to this. She's been watching me for the last several years, and she has witnessed herself things that I have been able to do and manifest in a very short amount of time, that it oftentimes it will take people twice as long to achieve those things. And I've literally been in the room and working alongside veteran makeup artists that have been doing this for an extremely long time. And I used to get a lot of questions from people like, how are you on set doing these movies or these music videos? How are you over in Istanbul or Barbados working doing makeup and you just got started? And it's because I cultivated a business mindset. If I don't know anything else, I know business. And that's something that I'm very good at, and it's something I'm very passionate about. And because I'm good at it and I'm passionate about it, I wanted to put that into a book. Because when I first started in this industry, I did not have any mentors. I didn't have anyone say, hey, let me help you out and show you what to do. So I had to figure out pretty much everything on my own. And even though it was a lot harder for me to go about it that way, it taught me a lot more. And I appreciate the things that I have now, maybe more than the next person, because I worked my ass off, honestly. And so, what I did in this book is I gave a lot of business 101 tips, a lot of business fundamentals, because I have come across so many people that don't know the basic stuff when it comes to building a business. So, inclusive of having the right mindset, you also just got to know how to do business. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They have the talent and they think because they're great at doing makeup or they are great at doing hair or great at speaking, then they automatically will become successful. And that's not true. And we all know that to be true. So I put, like I said, a lot of things into the book that is very helpful, specifically for people that are in the beauty industry. However, it will also help those that who just want to start, a business and do business the right way. Um, so to wrap, everything up, hopefully, before I go, you guys were able to, learn something and agree on some things that I've said. And people that are coming after me can attest that none of that will be possible if you don't have the right mindset. It seems so simple, but it really isn't. It's going to either make or break your business. And I tell people that all the time, like do different exercises in order to, build that mindset in a more positive way. Get around the people that you aspire to become. Shadow them, follow them. One of the things that I am not afraid to say is I know that there are people that are better than me. I am not saying that I am the best. I want to become that. There are people that are where I aspire to be. So, case in point, when I first started doing makeup, I would take, whatever jobs that were available in Atlanta. And oftentimes that they would have like fashion shows and events where they needed a makeup artist. And I got hired to do one. It was my first fashion show ever. And I believe that was about 7 years ago. And there was another makeup artist there. And when she walked in, my eyes were immediately drawn to her because she just walked in with this level of confidence that I've been talking about. And everything was together, her hair, her kit, what she wore, just everything. And I watched her that whole night, and this chick was bad. She was bad. Like the girl was slinging faces, and I was in awe. Again, this was my first fashion show, and I was just excited to be there. But even more so, I took those opportunities to meet people and network with people who I wanted to, become and be like. And I learned her name, and a lot of you that are on right now, they know her, but I put her in my book. I had to give her a shout out in my book, but her name is Cherry. She is Makeup Madness by Cherry on Instagram, and I love her. Um, and that night, after we worked together, I introduced myself and I sent her a Facebook message on Facebook. I DM'd her, and I was like a fan, honey. I did not care. I was like, listen, I don't know who you are, where you came from. I like your style. I love everything that you did. I need to delete somebody on your friends list because she was maxed out. I need to be your friend. I did not care. I was like, I need to know who this is. I'm going to stalk her. Yes, I did. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And that's exactly what I did. Fast forward to, I would say, 2 years after that meeting, I worked with Cherry at the Bronner Brothers International Hair Show. It was my first experience actually working the show. I attended, but I worked the show. And because that I was able to get that experience with her, that led to me becoming heavily involved with the Bronner Brothers organization. I am one of their educators. I've been doing it for the past several years. I also am an exhibitor with them. I do a lot of their ad campaigns and commercials and things like that. And it was because of me meeting and associating myself with that makeup artist and networking with her and not being afraid to do so. You know, sometimes we have to humble ourselves. And honestly, because of that reason, it has led to so many amazing things in my career. But it was because the mindset that I had at that time said, you need to go find out who this girl is. You need to link up with her. You need to get to know her. You need to take a class with her, whatever it is, you need to do that. My mindset did not tell me that, oh, well, I don't want to know who that is. I'm just as good as her. I'm here, right here, working next to her. I don't need to know who that is. No, that was the wrong mindset. The mindset that I had told me that I needed to have this girl as a friend. And that's exactly what I did. And it has landed me so many opportunities from that one situation because all it takes is just one time for you to either make it or break it. And we've all been there before. So, you guys, this was really great. I have to wrap up now because I have a client on the way. I will be back at 8:30 for the Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, if there's something else that I want to, chat with you guys about, I will come back and do that at 8:30 for the Q&A. And again, we will be giving out a copy of my book, How to Become a Professional Makeup Artist. But fret not, if you do anything else in the beauty industry, it's totally okay. This book will still be very beneficial to you and your business. So, hi, Deven.
Hey, listen, notebook full. Okay, I got notes. Okay,
Good stuff.
I'm sure everybody else that's attending has notes as well. If y'all got notes, please let Miss Ali know she was not speaking just for her health. Yes, if y'all got notes, drop a bar that she had because I got a few. No means not right now. It don't mean no, it mean not right now.
Right.
Let me see what I got because everybody's so quiet. Hey y'all,
I know. Where's everyone?
are y'all there?
I can't see, but
anyhow. Let's see what we have here. And guess what? While y'all do that, it is giveaway time. Maybe they'll get a little live right now.
Sis Jody, hey.
Hey.
You are welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you learned something tonight with me just rambling. Usually I have people in front of me like classroom style. Like this is a little different, but again, we're having a pivot. So these virtual classes are just a thing that is going to become just something normal that we have to get used to. So yeah, thank you for coming.
Let's see what we got here. All right. So like I said, it is giveaway time. And I would like to know who has already shared a screenshot or post using the hashtag BBB2020. Let's see who follows some instructions. Let's see what we have. Let us know. And you had to also have tagged at Rosemary Salem Co. You have to also have tagged at Rosemary Salem Co. We're about to give away our first prize of the night. So let's see what we got. I'm waiting on the win, y'all. Hold on. Nobody put what they learned. Are y'all woke over there? Is everybody here? Because I'll take the prize home. I have no problem. I'll take it home.
Hey, so we haven't had someone participate. So I need you guys. Hold on, let me fix this so y'all can see me first off.
I think I used it. I know I don't count. These are easy prizes, y'all.
So yes, right now I haven't had anybody tag me. So guys, she's giving away a free copy of her book. You just learn all this value from her. All the time I meet people who want to get stuff from free, but yet they say they want to be a millionaire and billionaire. Something doesn't add up. And the simple thing that you have to do is participate. Take a screenshot, take a picture of your screen, post it with the hashtag BBB 2020 and tag Rosemary Salem Co. Simple instructions and you can get that copy. But I know the wonderful Miss Ali has to go and I do not want to hold her and we're going to move on with the program. So I'm going to say hand it off to Deven so we can say bye to Miss Ali and thank you so much. Please your feedback in the comments and I'm going to let Deven take it. Thank you so much.
Hey, well, thank you again. We'll see you later, Miss Ali.
Thank you guys. You guys have a great night. This was fun, and thanks for having me.
Alrighty, so let's keep the show rolling. I hope y'all are enjoying everything so far. I see the Pitts twins there. Okay, a few comments. The no does not mean no. It means not right now. Remember that, okay? Just not right now. Maybe tomorrow. Try in an hour or something. Let's see. All right, we have a video coming up for our next interviewer of the night. We're going to have a discussion with Miss D. Reed, owner of Fluff Beauty Company, about creating a unique customer experience. Let's see what you have. Why does my...
Hey, I don't know. Okay, so I thought the questions was about to come in. So, just to let everybody know again, my name is D. Reed. If everybody can see me because it says that people can see me now. So my name is D. Reed. I am from Memphis, Tennessee. I am an esthetician.
Hey, I do not want to stop you. Hold on one second. It looks like Deven had to step away. We're going to have her introduce you again. Okay. So give me a second. Deven is about to hop back on. Okay, there she is.
I'm here. I don't know what is going on with this system because I'll be talking and then it will say muted. And I'm like, okay, well, we're going to roll this back.
Okay.
I said it. Y'all just ain't hear me. So give me 1 second. I got you. All righty, so we're going to keep things rolling. We have the lovely, lovely, lovely Miss D. Reed here. She's the owner of Fluff Beauty Company, and she's also discussing creating a unique customer experience. Ms. Reed, the floor is yours.
So, again, if anybody didn't hear me,
I'm so sorry. I apologize. So this is the interview by Deven. So she's going to facilitate this and ask you the questions. I do apologize.
Oh, I'll give her the floor to introduce herself. My apologies.
No, you're okay.
Down. But I am here. Yes, I do have my questions here.
Okay. So again, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I started off as a makeup artist. Well, first I started off going to school at the Alabama A&M University in Huntsville, Alabama. I was going to school for mass communications and media, and something just didn't fit right, or I didn't feel like school fit for me anymore. Transferred home and then decided to figure out a game plan. So with the finding of what my game plan was going to be, I decided to dabble into makeup. Dabbling into makeup, I started off with just doing YouTube reviews on YouTube on just different products because at the time, YouTube was not for colored women. We did not have a lot of makeup bloggers who talked about different products and showed the real true pigmentation of what products should be on melanated skin. So that's all I did for about a year with different creativity things from Orange is the New Black. I love Disney, so dabbling into different Disney characters as well as products that were mainstream for more of a lighter complexion and how they fitted toward our skin. So after going into that season, I stopped. And then I started to become a makeup artist. But knowing the fact of I love makeup, I love skin, I wanted to understand more of skin. So I decided to become an esthetician. So in the process of me becoming an esthetician, it has taught me so many things about different complexes of skin, how skin is supposed to look, how it's supposed to feel, a variety of things, which started me into my journey of starting Fluff Beauty Cosmetics. So with Fluff Beauty, it started off with just a simple shea butter of just smell. I just wanted to smell good. And I knew a lot of people in my family, we battled with dry skin. And was starting to go to school to be an esthetician, it only made sense to start making my own products since I already started to understand different chemicals and what different products can do to black skin. So in the process of starting just a shea butter, it grew into a makeup collection where I launched my first eyeshadow collection as well as a lip stain collection. Well, then this year I launched the facial care. So with the facial care, I have my own facial wash and as well as serums, as well as sugars and body scrubs. And now we're dabbling into the more of the rose waters as well as makeup remover, wipes, things of that sort. A couple of inspirations that have inspired me to continue this journey is just like super for the crayon case and just a variety. So that's just a little bit about me.
Okay, that was a lot of it about you, ma'am. You see me on my mouth. She know I'm listening, but yes. So first, I like that. I'm proud of you. That's amazing. Okay, so we're gonna drop that in the sprinkle box. But we do have a few questions here for you. So what is one thing you wish you would have done before taking your first client?
Well, I can't even remember my first client. But what I wish I would have known before dabbling to makeup for a first client is learning how to color match.
Okay.
Color matching was my issue, which is a lot of people sometimes first time issue is learning how to blend in the shades for foundation. I wish I would have learned that skill first before dabbing into it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big thing, like your neck don't match.
Yeah, your neck and your skin and your face don't match, and it gotta match.
All righty. So how do you set the standard of customer service in your business?
So here in Memphis, we have a lot of groups. I follow a lot of groups within Atlanta, Huntsville, as well as Memphis. And Memphis, we have a standard. We have a level of people who just feel like when they get to right here, then they don't need to take these particular clients. So when they get right here, then they feel like, oh, let me jump up my clientele. And here in Memphis, we try to compare ourselves or some people who are very great at their work ethic. I try not to ever take away anybody's craft and the skill that they've studied. But Memphis is here, and then they try to put their pedals on Atlanta like up here. Okay. So what I try to do is I try to make an even ballpark so I can consistently have customers. So I can be able, and what I mean by that is pricing wise. I try to keep a sale going. I try to make it where if you refer a friend, you get $10 off this service if you do this. So I try to keep my customers engaged to be able to tell more people about me so they can consistently come back, because especially around this holiday time, a lot of people don't have the finances, or they're trying to save it for buying things for their children or just whatever the case may be. So I always try to keep a special going on for people to be able to still enjoy me while living their everyday expenses.
Okay, that's extremely considerate. Yeah, very considerate of you. And with that, I was going to ask, so how does, I guess you say, your ethics of taking care of your customer service at that level, how has that helped in the success of your business?
I've seen during COVID, I've seen a tremendous growth, a tremendous amount of growth, because I was in a shop and I didn't want to take the chance of losing my general income.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to move all of my things back into my home. So it took away from the everyday customers to now to the based on appointments only,
Okay.
especially being in my home. It's changed drastically. And I'm in the process of owning my own salon, but it's a I've seen a difference, and I'm proud of me to be able to consistently have the growth of my clientele be where it's at and consistently growing and keep having the same amount of customers to come in.
Okay, that's good. You pivoted. I see that. I got to
Yeah.
use word.
Oh, pivot.
So, all right. What are 3 tips you would give a new beauty professional about customer service?
For one, don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself. Lashing, brow tinting, the small mediocre things. A lot of people become very successful, especially at lashing. And at a point in time where I was in school, and I'm 28. So picture being 28, and there were some 30, 40 year olds. Oh,
What
you
happened?
see me still?
Mine went off. Hold on.
Okay.
There we are. Okay.
Okay, great. So I'm sorry about that. So with that being said, I tried to compare myself with other people who I was in class with, who were younger than me, who were already starting in their careers of being a lash tech and brows and things of that sort. So I was trying to figure out after school, well, why am I not at this level when I give myself this type of service to these type of customers? And so at the time, I wasn't working in the best salon area in the best area. So the first tip is don't compare yourself to what other people are growth may be at, because you don't know where they're at. You don't know how they got to this point, what they did to get to this point. But if you stay focused in your lane, and if you stay focused into what your craft is, then whatever your design craft may be will be for you. A second thing is to make sure you have a game plan of what your brand should be. So many times I have changed myself. My brand has consistently changed, and I couldn't figure out what exactly I wanted to be. I first started off with the business name of Divine Visions. That was the total overall name of my business, Divine Visions, because I did photography, I did makeup, I did whatever else. So then with launching Fluff Beauty, then Fluff Beauty became the staple of what everybody knew me as. So I have stuck to that brand of Fluff Beauty, and it has grown, and that's what everybody else has known me from. But as well as I realized that if I have to keep myself at what this brand is and let people know that this is my continuous brand. The other brand is not it. So this is where I'm at. So when you're branding yourself, make sure that this is the brand that you want it to be. Make sure you have a goal plan, a mission, a list of things to when people question you about, well, what's your business is and what is how many customers do you attract today? People ask questions that you would never think that people would ask. And sometimes you could be like, oh, I didn't think about that. So have a goal plan of what you want your business to be, and make sure that this is where you want it to be, and this is where this is exactly how you feel, and that you feel confident about your brand. Another thing is always market yourself. Marketing is a very, very expensive thing, because when you're doing it all by yourself, and imagine me being this one person, I have to create shea butters. I have to also take care of my facial clients, my waxing clients, all these different things. Then I have to also ship products. I have to also, there is a list of things that goes into being an entrepreneur by yourself. Now, granted, now I do need the help, but now that I know I need the help and how I can better plan for it, I also learning that my marketing has to stay my Facebook, my Instagram, my Snapchat, those type of things, those key free things have to stay up part. And also going dabbling back to the branding part, you also have to be very, very, very mindful of what you're posting, because you can post, you want people to get to know you on a personal level, to be able to talk to you about different products that you might sell, or whatever the case may be. But you also want to be mindful about what you're posting or what you're saying, how you're saying it. People are very, very, very sensitive about, especially being Black and being a Black business owner. People take so sensitive to anything that we say or do, because we should be grateful for them spending money for. But you have to be mindful, because you don't want that backlash of somebody saying you did this or you said that. So you always want to make sure that your brand and how you're marketing yourself is always to point to key, and that you just don't rub and touch on the wrong toes. And I hate that we live in such a sensitive society, but you have to be mindful if you want to be able to grow, and especially in branch out into another market, because that's the whole ballpark of being an entrepreneur, that you just don't be in one center attraction. You branch out to whatever department or whatever culture that you can reach into.
Okay, this advice. Look, I'm like, I don't want it to end, but I have one more question for you. So what are your tips that you can share about handling a dissatisfied client?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me last week. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So I had a customer recently. I just moved into a house. So I had a customer who is not a consistent customer. And this customer, she messaged me. She was just like, I told her, I said, well, I have something else to do early on, and I will come to you. And I told her I had something else to do, but I'll be back home at this amount of time.
Okay.
And so she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait at your house. I said, okay, that's fine, because I knew who the customer was, so I didn't have any issue with it.
Okay.
So she's not consistent. Keyword, I said consistent. She's not consistent. So she didn't know. And I thought I had made this aware to all my customers. But when you're not consistent and not in my consistent call log, you don't know these things. And I also have an emailing list. So she didn't know that I moved. And she said to me, well, I didn't know you moved. I said, well, I'm so sorry. But this is the address. This is where I'm at. If you would like to come, I'm here at the house now. Then she's like, well, I don't have gas for all that, but I still want to come and get my services done. And can I just pay half? She said half. So I work with my customers. I work with every customer. I give discounts. If you're $1, $2 short, I just roll it over. You whatever it takes to always give great customer service.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I couldn't bite the bullet on this one. I could not bite the bullet on this one. And I told her I could not do something of that sort. But if whatever time that she wanted to come, that I'll be happy to service her whenever she was ready.
Mm-hmm.
Customers like that who take you for granted. And what I mean by that is I keep great prices. I don't switch up. If I do change on my customers, I keep my same prices for my loyalty customers, and I keep it straightforward. But for people who do not appreciate or who do not see your craft for what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and and just are disrespectful to you, then you have to step back and put business in front of emotions. Because if you put your emotions in front of business, then you would never be successful, and people would never want to come back to you because you don't know how to properly just say no. And that's a lot of times that we as owners, we don't want to tell people no, but to keep the sanity and also keep the finances of your business consistently going, you have to sometimes say no and put your foot down, no matter how much the customer is dissatisfied. She's more than welcome to come back. Great customer, but I had to just say no. And it didn't make sense to me, but that's not for me to understand, only for me to take care of what you need done. So, yeah.
Yeah. That was you did amazing. I would say you did amazing. And I think it comes down to the part that when people ask for discounts, they don't consider the products that we use. The pricing, you want the best things on your face, but then you want to offer me this low ballpark. And when you go in Mac and Ulta and Sephora, you give them all their money and a little more.
Exactly.
I need my 10 cents because that adds up.
I had to explain that to a customer today. She was just like, for one, she was late. I took her as a walk-in, as a referral. And she was just like, oh, girl, I'm running on CP time, but I'm around the corner. I'm going to be there. So I was like, okay, see you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, I want to tip you, but I ain't got that much of tipping. We trying to save money, girl. And for me, and this is why I preach, whatever clientele that you bring in is what you're going to get. If you don't set that standard of what type of clients that you want, then you're going to attract whatever you're going to get, whatever you're putting out there. So I had to just, you joke it all like, girl, it's fine, it's okay. But it's kind of like, you can tip, or I don't mind if you don't tip. If you don't, just take care of the service and just be on time, because you don't want to be that person where people are saying, oh, she's never on time, or she's never having, and she's digital. She gives good service though. I want all around grade A service, that I'm on time, that I'm prompt, that I make sure you're comfortable, that you have a good time, that we communicate, all these different things to be able to make sure that you're okay as a customer. Even if I'm at home, at a bus station, at the club, you taken care of.
Right. Well, I would like to say thank you, Ms. Reed. This was good. This was good, and I think that helps the people from starting out to being in business for a year or two. A lot of people don't know how to put their foot down, and that's a lot of people's downfall because they don't know how. Right. So thank you. Y'all can go ahead in the comments and say thank you, Ms. Reed. We appreciate you. And please go ahead.
I said no. Everybody is so welcome. I hope that the tips that I have given was very much so informative, because we have to, when you're in the beauty industry, you have to find a way to be able to be diverse in all areas. Don't just stick to just this type of culture and that type. You want to branch out. My signature is like it's a butterfly. So be that butterfly. Always be different. Butterflies are not all the same. You don't just find one butterfly, one bird, one this. You find a variety of things. So when you're out into the industry, be that butterfly, be that social butterfly, and be able to talk to other people that can be able to help you grow, that can be able to help you, teach you, even if it's for free or for pay. Be able to find somebody that you can latch on to and that you can be able to grow with, and that you could be able to also share their information, because it's a community. We're in a community, and we all have to build on each other and not be crabs in a bucket.
That's my girl. Okay. All right. I ain't gonna take up no more of your time. I'm excited. All
Yeah.
right. What we got here? My comments have not moved out there. Can I please get some names? Type your name and where you're from in the comments. I want to give y'all something, but y'all making it hard.
Hi.
Hello, are you there?
It's
Just one
me.
name in a city, maybe the type of business you have. Something in the
Yes,
comments.
definitely.
Look, something, because we're gonna take home all the prizes, okay? Let me see. But in the meantime, next we're about to get our budgets together. 2021, keep our little money.
Right.
With Miss Kenesha Coleman, the beauty CPA. She will be showing you how to create a budget for your beauty business. Miss Coleman, are you there? Let's see what we got. Mm-mm-mm. We're gonna give it a second. If not, we still here. Mm-mm-mm. Miss Kenesha.
Let's see.
And
Yeah.
while we wait,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's still getting in.
Yeah, she's here.
All righty. Well, she's in. Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Reed. We'll
All
see
right.
you soon. Let's get Miss Kenesha in.
Hi, here we go.
Yes. Hi. Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, we lost her. Hold on one second.
Nice.
There she is. Again, we have Miss Kenesha Coleman here. She is the beauty CPA. We are here to talk about creating our budgets, keeping them together, getting them together for our business in 2021. So, Miss Kenesha, the floor is yours.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Deven, for the introduction. Thank you, Rosemary, for allowing me to come speak to this wonderful audience. And let's talk about some money, okay? I am here to talk to you about budgeting. And I'm going to go ahead and try to share my screen. There we go. Okay, let me know if y'all could see my screen there. You should see a slide deck. It should say Beauty Boss Budgeting, right? It's a simple strategy to develop your budget for your beauty business. So just let me know if you can see that slide deck, and then I'm going to start. Can you give me a thumbs up or something in the comment? You can see the slide deck on the screen. Share screen. I'll share. Everyone can see and hear you. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going. I cannot see it. Can't see it. Ugh. You know what? Technology is good when it works.
Hello, everyone. Please hang tight. Miss Kenesha had dropped off, so we're going to get her right back on. Okay, I just seen her join, so give us a second. But in the meantime, if you all enjoying this, drop something in the comment section. Make sure that you are screenshotting, taking pictures, and hashtagging BBB 2020 and tagging me at Rosemary Salem Co. so we can give away our first gift. We can't move on to the second giveaway until we give the first one away. So if you all are really enjoying this, take a picture, screenshot, and make sure you post it on a social media platform and tag me at Rosemary Salem Co. And we're going to bring Miss Kenesha back up because I think she is ready.
There you go. Sorry about that. I don't
All
know
right.
what does. All right, I'm gonna get right into it. All right, so guys, you are in the right place if you're not quite sure how to develop the budget for your beauty business. You want to dream big and have a shoot for the moon revenue goal, but you don't know or think it's possible. I'm gonna show you that it is. You want to know how and what to pay for your business beauty expenses and kind of how that stack up to your industry peers. I'm going to have some KPIs that you guys can use as guidance as to, how much your overhead should be. What you learned today is my simple yet effective budgeting process for your beauty business. This is the same process that I use for the clients that I have. We're going to talk about revenue planning and mapping out your beauty business revenue model. We'll talk about expenses, and then there are the big three financial numbers that I'm always going to want you to know. So when anybody asks you this, whether it's an investor or a potential partner or just another stakeholder that could add value to your business, you'll be able to know your numbers and won't have to go, ask the accountant or something like that. Be sure to watch until the end because I do have a very special invitation for you all that's not even available to the public right now. So don't tell nobody. So who am I? I am Kenesha, the beauty CPA Coleman, and I'm the owner of Coleman Tax. My accounting firm helps beauty entrepreneurs exclusively get control over their finances and save them money with CFO and tax services. Now, don't be intimidated by that CFO word. That's just a fancy word for bookkeeping, okay? Recording, reviewing, categorizing your financial transactions in an accounting system and knowing the story behind your numbers. I do have 13 years of accounting and tax experience. I have a bachelor's and master's in accounting and finishing a second master's in tax. I'm an award-winning CPA, an IRS enrolled agent, certified tax coach, board certified credit specialist, all that boring stuff. What was very important for you to know is that my sole goal is to help you maximize the profits in your beauty business and save money on taxes by paying the least amount legally possible. So let's get into my simple budgeting process, okay? So the first thing, these are the 4 steps. It's very, very simple. And we'll go into the steps a little deeper, but here are the simple 4 steps. The reason why I keep stressing simple is because when something is simple, I think that it becomes more sustainable, right? If I give you something real, real simple to do, the likelihood that you're going to stick with it for the long term is higher. If I gave you some complicated, convoluted, just crazy process to do budgeting, you're going to be like, it's for the birds, because I would too. Anybody got time for that? So here are the steps. Number 1, we're going to determine your annual revenue goal, okay? Then we're going to determine the annual direct cost of providing your service and or your product. Then we're going to look at your overhead. We're going to look at your overhead. Those are your indirect business costs. And then we're going to look at that bottom line, that net profit, right? And if we don't like it, we're going to switch some things around. Because at the end of the day, I just want you guys to remember this. Budgeting is a numbers game. So if you do your budgeting for the first go around and you don't like it, it's nothing you got to be stuck with. You just play with them numbers until you like what you see. And you got to be committed to pulling that off, right? So don't go playing with the numbers so they look nice and you ain't going to really do it. Because your budget is your financial roadmap. So we're going to do our budget, assess how it looks, and we'll evaluate whether it need some finessing. And now is the perfect time to do it. We're in December. We have about 20 days left in this 2020 year. And we want to start off 2021 right. We don't want to wait till January and then start our planning. We're doing our planning now. So when January 1 gets here, we can hit the ground running. So here we are. When you take this, please take this content that you're going to get tonight, start your budget tomorrow morning. Just get it over with, and especially if you do it now and you identify like some new things you can put in place, you have time left in the year to implement that plan so that January 2021 gets here, like I said before, hit the ground running. Okay, step number 1, revenue planning. So what is your annual revenue goal? How much money do you want to make in your beauty business for 2021? Now, I want you guys to really shoot for the moon on this one, right? That's like something that I say often, right? Because you want it to be a number that's worth working for. If it's not, and you're going to stick in your comfort zone next year, you're probably just going to do the same old. But really really go for it. Really pick a number that's going to make you feel a little uncomfortable even thinking about, like something that's just going to scare you a little bit. Pick that number, all right? One way that you know, well, one good starting point is for you to look at historical financial records that you already have. And where do we get that from? We get that from bookkeeping. Now, I hope all of you are doing bookkeeping in your business or paying somebody to do the bookkeeping for you. That's going to be your starting point, because that's going to be where you've been and where you are now. And that's a good place to kind of guess and estimate, hey, what's my true potential? Where can I go with this? Okay. Now, after you have your revenue goal, you're going to map out your revenue model. What do I mean by model? Okay, if you say you want to make 100K next year, how are you going to get that 100K? Now, some of you are doing more than one thing in your business, right? Maybe you are an esthetician and you provide obviously skincare services, but maybe you also sell a product. Maybe you also make some digital products like some virtual tutorials or consultations or something like that. You want to have, if you have more than one way of making money, you want to take that annual that revenue goal you just came up with, and you want to break that down and say, okay, I'm going to make this much from revenue stream number one, skincare. I'm going to make this much from my product sales, revenue stream number two. I'm going to make this much from digital products, revenue stream number three, and so on and so forth. That's just going to give you really a very specific way to know how you're going to make the goal you just came up with. Okay. After you've done that, I want you to take that 1 year goal. I want you to spread it across 12 months. We're going to take our annual goal and spread it across 12 months. And we're going to follow this financial roadmap month by month. I'm going to tell you this. Some of my clients, they are obsessed with their finances, obsessed with their money. They actually go week by week. They go week by week because it allows them to catch what's not working and what is working. So they don't let a whole 30, 31 days pass to be like, oh my God, I didn't hit my goal. They watch it on a weekly basis to say, okay, I fell short last week, so maybe I need to book more clients this week, sell more product this week, things like that. Do what works for you. I'm a big proponent of sustainability. Do whatever habit you can keep for the long term in your business. If weekly is a bit much, I get it. At least monthly though, just so you can catch what's not working and course correct, or if something is working incredibly, you can lean more into that. Okay, let's get to our step number 2. Oh, I want to show you guys this slide real quick. This second slide here. So I get a lot. This is related to revenue again. I get a lot of beautypreneurs thinking they can't make the 100K, especially like the solopreneurs. And I broke this down for a client once, right? Over 49 weeks. I know a lot of you are saying, wait a minute, there's more than 49 weeks in a year. You want to take vacation, right? You want sick leave. You want self-care time. So that's why I don't spread it over the whole 52 weeks. We're going to take 3 weeks out. We're going to say 49 weeks, just 5 days a week. We don't want you working on weekends. We want you to rest appropriately, right? Over 49 weeks, 5 days a week, you need to make $408 a day to make 100K. I bet most of you watching right now have a product or service in your beauty business where you can at least make $408 a day in your business to make 100K. That's just to break it down and just to make it a little more real. So if you're having an issue with making that revenue goal, start with 100K. It's totally possible. So now let's talk about direct expenses. What do I mean by that? I don't know if you guys have heard the term cost of goods sold or cost of services. So if you are purely service-based, what are the costs that it takes for you to deliver the service to your client? Let's go back to our esthetician example real quick. So if you're providing a facial, what are you using to provide the facial? Those are all of your direct costs, right? That will be the product that you're using on the client, as well as any other tools or materials that you need. That's the cost of your service. Okay. Again, if you do not know this offhand, look to your financial records. You're going to get this from your bookkeeping system. You're going to hear me say bookkeeping a ton through this because I'm going to stress the importance of keeping up with your books throughout your business. Bookkeeping, accounting, that's the language of business. If you're not doing that, you're not speaking or doing business. You may make money, but that doesn't mean that's business. Okay. If you're truly in business, you shall be accounting for your finances. And that's in the bookkeeping. That's in the accounting. That's how you budget. And that's where you're going to get all this data from to be able to put together a proper budget, a proper financial roadmap. So when you're looking for how much does it cost for you to provide a facial or any other service to your client, that's going to be your direct cost, and you should know that. Okay. Now, this is one of the big three numbers I want you to know. It is your gross profit margin. Is your service profitable? When you take the money that you get from providing that service, the money the client pays you, and you subtract the cost that you incur to provide that service, do you have money left? That's your gross margin. You want to make sure your products and services are profitable. If they are not, you got to do a couple of things. Either raise your prices, decrease your direct expenses, or you may need to do a combination of both. Okay? So when you have your direct expenses together, that's going to be the second step in your budget. You got revenue first, minus your direct expenses, and that's going to be, you're going to have your gross profit left. But we are not done yet. We are not done yet. Again, you're going to divide that across 12 months so that you're building a monthly budget that you can, assess throughout the year. Now let's talk about indirect expenses. What do I mean by indirect expenses? These are your overhead costs. These are all the costs that your business incurs that's not directly tied to your service or product, but you still incur it to run your business. We're talking utilities, we're talking rent, we're talking technology, your professional license fees, we're accounting, marketing, advertising, things like that. These are all indirect to what you specifically do for your client or your overhead, okay? Now, when you're budgeting, you want to keep in mind that there will be some expenses that you just have to pay just for being in business. But your expenses want to be able to contribute to the revenue that you're trying to make. So if you're spending money on things in your business that's not directly tied to you making money from it, meaning it has no return on investment, you really got to think about whether you should be incurring that expense. We call that trimming the fat on your budget. And I know it sounds like a loss, like, oh, I gotta get rid of my Fiji water in the break room. Well, yeah, if it's super expensive and it's not making you money, trust me, the client is not coming for the Fiji water, right? They'll be fine if you get like the great value from Walmart, but it will do great things for the budget. It does nothing but increase the money that's available for you to take home, okay? After you have your indirect expenses, again, you'll probably want to get these from your bookkeeping system. Spread those again over 12 months. So now you're completely having like a budget for each month of the year. You got step one, revenue. Step two, your direct expenses. You'll see the delta, the difference in that is your gross margin. Then you have this indirect expense layer, this overhead expenses, right? And then after that, you're going to have your bottom line, almost your bottom line. I'll get into that later. Here are some common expense allocations. Now, you want to take this for a grain of salt, right? I don't want you to look at this and say, okay, I need to move my whole spa or salon or my studio because I'm paying more than 15% of my revenue, because that is the industry standard. No, that's not what I mean. Just use this as guidance. These are the average common expense allocations incurred by your peers in the industry. Now, if you have a legitimate business reason for being over these averages, fine. Again, budgeting is a numbers game, right? So if you're paying a little more here in rent, you make it trim something off somewhere else. So, for example, if you're in California, New York, Chicago, Texas, right? Some of the more expensive parts of Atlanta, um, there's an excuse, a legitimate business reason for why your rent's so high, right? But maybe you could trim off the expense from another one of these areas. But if I used to live in Milwaukee, which is not a high town or a city at all. If you live in Milwaukee and you paying double 15% in rent, you got some thinking to do. You ain't want to think about that, because there's no reason to pay that high rent in Milwaukee. But take these with a grain of salt. Take these as guidance, like I said. Now, after we have all of those, previous steps we talked about, we're gonna get to your net profit. Your net profit, and that's almost your bottom line. Why do I say almost? Because the tax man gonna want his cut, right? So you have your net profit. That's what you can take home, but you gotta pay taxes on that. So you might as well put that in the budget. That we don't let tax be a surprise to you, because if you do proper budgeting and you follow it, you will know what's about to happen at the end of the year. My suggestion is to save 25 to 30% for federal and state taxes. That is my suggestion. And then after you carve that piece out, then you have your bottom line. Now, if you do not like that bottom line number, what did I say before? It's a numbers game. All you got to do is tinker with the numbers. And you can do this 3 ways. Raise your prices, right? Trim your expenses, decrease them, or do a combination of both. Now, are your prices the same this year as last year? If it is, ask yourself why. Everything else goes up every year. Gas goes up, groceries go up, rent goes up. Everything else goes up at least every year or two. If you are having the same prices 3, 4, 5, 6 years, it's time to raise, because your expenses went up. I can almost not even see in your books. I can always guarantee you your expenses went up. Your prices should be going up as well to accommodate for that. Also, the more credentialed and skilled you get, your prices should go up because you're adding more value. You're more experienced. That is my opinion, and it has worked for my clients. A lot of people are scared to raise prices because they don't want to lose their client base. But if you're adding value and you're creating a wonderful client experience, like we just heard about from the previous speaker, they ain't going nowhere. I'm going to tell y'all this. And I haven't told her this, but my medical esthetician, she can raise her prices, and I might not like it, but I ain't going nowhere. Okay. So on the right side of this slide, you're going to see an average net profit margin of 8 to 15%, and that is of revenue. If you're falling in line with this, you're doing just fine. Some people look at that bottom line number and they think that they don't see a high number, so they think they're failing. They think they're not being successful. Look at the average net profit margin between 8 and 15% of revenue. That means that if you're falling in line, so if you're making $100K in revenue and your bottom line after you carve out taxes is between $8,000 and $15,000, you may think like, oh, that ain't no money. That's actually the industry average. It actually is. So don't think that you're not successful if you don't see a higher number. Now, if you personally want it to be higher, finesse those numbers, okay? Now, here's a quote. To succeed as a beauty boss, minimize your expenses through careful forecasting and planning, and maximize your revenue by cultivating new and returning customers. I forgot who said this. I ain't trying to be funny. I truly did forget who said this, but I love this quote because it puts you in like really a business mindset. Like I know all of you love your craft and you love it so much, you would do it free, but you got to eat. You got to live, and your business has to thrive, right? And to do that, you got to keep those costs low, and you have to forecast and plan like the business depends on it. It does depend on it. And the money will come if you are creating an incredible client experience and adding value. Again, budgeting is fluid. So even if you plan right now for 2021 comes, you have to, see how sustainable those numbers are. They may change, and that's okay. They may change, but that's fine. Just evaluate them month after month. And if you have to finesse some numbers because of your new reality, that's okay. Budgeting is not fixed, okay? Now, after we got our budget and the year starts, and now we're following it, right? Because it's our financial roadmap. It's going to direct us throughout the year. What you're going to do when the month closes is that you're going to compare what actually happened to what you planned. And you're going to assess the performance of your business for that month. And your financial numbers are going to tell you just that. Numbers don't lie, right? You're going to easily be able to identify why the variance. So if you budget out 100K over 12 months, that's about 8,333 a month. If you did not make that, you have to ask yourself why. Did you not book enough clients? Were you fully booked? Would you fully booked, but the price point of each service or product didn't quite get you there, right? That's telling you like, okay, there's a pricing issue, right? Or was the pricing issue you made the money, but when all the bills were paid, you didn't see it. What's going on with the bills? Is something too high? Do I have a subscription I'm not even using? I bet we all got a subscription we're not even using. We forgot all about it. Did something work really, really well that you didn't even expect? Like, okay, we need to do that some more because it's clearly working, right? Those are the kind of evaluation analysis things you want to look at the end of every month. It's going to help you catch stuff faster instead of like half the year passing. You had no idea you were underpricing for something that people love, and then you missed out on all this earning potential. So on the right side of the slide, those are my big three. I want you to always know, month after month, always know these. Know your revenue. Not just your revenue, but like, is it up or down from the last month? What's your gross margin percentage? So how profitable is your service or your product? The higher the percentage, the better. The higher the percentage, the better. And then what's your net profit margin? What's your bottom line? What did you take home? Always know those numbers, okay? And always ask yourself, do you need to increase prices? Do you need to decrease costs, or do you need to do both? Now, here's my exclusive invitation. And this was my, just all transparency, right? This was my like Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. And I closed it down midnight, like right after Cyber Monday. I have a new program. It's an online 4-week course. It's called Beautypreneur Finance Academy. This is my special I just ran. You could join for $97 if you use the code FOUNDER at the URL down there at the bottom, bit.ly/Beautypreneur Finance Academy. And this course is amazing because it's an online 4-week course, has 4 modules, 1 module drip to you each week. The modules are regulatory, bookkeeping, accounting, and tax. It covers all the areas that beauty bosses need to know to be in complete control over their business's finances. The first module, Regulatory 1, is all about the foundational things you need to put into place to start and maintain your business. One of the main topics or questions I get all the time is, what business entity structure should I put my beauty business in? And then when I started, at what point do I change it to keep taxes low? Module 1 teaches you that. among other things like LLC, EIN, DBAs, um, how to create the LLC, make certain tax selections. Module 2, bookkeeping. That's exploring the bookkeeping system, both Excel and cloud accounting like QuickBooks. Exploring that decision. Which one would you like for your business, and actually implementing it and teaching you how to use it. Module 3 is accounting. That's learning the story behind the numbers. That's the slide I was talking to you guys about. Are you profitable? Is your overhead too high? What's your bottom line? That's all the financial analysis. And then the fourth module is all things tax, right? What's your personal and business tax compliance responsibilities, not just from, the federal level, but also the state level. And for those of you selling products, we talk about state sales tax. My next cohort starts Monday, this Monday, December the 7th, and you'll be done before the new year starts. We have 4 weekly office hours with me for an hour every single week. So it's not like I won't just be giving you a course and you out on your lonesome. You come to me and ask me any questions you like, either in office hours or in the exclusive Facebook community. So I'll leave this slide up. You guys can take the coupon code founder and the URL down, and hopefully you'll join us if you want to kind of, learn more about getting really control over your finances. But I hope that all of this was very helpful for you. I do have a Q&A slide, but I think that we have a segment later on. So I'm not going to take up any more time, but I'm going to stick around to answer any questions you guys have. Thank you.
This hand don't move fast enough to write everything. I'm over here trying to record off 2 phones, write this down, screenshot. Feels a lot, but I loved it. I got like 4 pages. Like 4 pages. So I will be signing up for your seminar. I know it's $97 to sign up for. That is like the hardest thing to figure out how to manage the money. And that's something I struggle with even like now. I guess you could say choosing pricing, or how much am I supposed to work out the pricing? Is this too much? And I think that's all in the confidence level. But I would like to say thank you on behalf of everyone here, because that was amazing.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
So thank you, and please stick around so we can keep you at the end for the questions, because I know a lot of people have questions. Okay.
I will.
Thank you. All right. So next up, we have my sister, my love, Miss Yaya, coming in. Miss Yaya the mogul. And a few things about Yaya is like she's hosting, first of all, becoming a beauty serial entrepreneur, and Yaya does 100 different things. And she does them all well. I will say that it's one thing when a person just takes on a lot of things, but when they can actually take them on and make them their self and put their best foot forward every day into it, it makes a big difference. So can we get Miss Yaya the mogul in here, please?
Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Deven.
How are you? I miss you.
I'm doing great. How are you? I miss you already as well.
I know. We'll tell y'all about that later.
Okay.
You have the floor.
Yes.
We'll get into it.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Yaya the mogul. I'm a celebrity hairstylist and celebrity makeup artist. I'm a serial beautypreneur. I own 4 businesses currently, and I'm going for about 8 of them. And yeah, so some of my businesses. So my first baby was Styles by Yaya. Styles by Yaya has now turned into a salon suite. It's basically just my service platform where I service all of my clients. And then I have Millionaire Hair, which is a luxury hair extension company. We are dedicated to taking the $600 billion beauty industry and creating generational wealth through initiatives that we do throughout the company, internally and externally. Then I also have what else do I have? Beauty Galore Store. That's an online beauty supply store. It's pretty much based off of Amazon, but it's just
strictly beauty supply store products. And then I also have Rise, which is near and dear to my heart. That is a legal organization which helps both men and women carry out their dreams. Our initiatives are based off of personal development, spiritual growth, as well as financial fluidity. So yeah.
A mouthful, yay.
Right? Like, it's so much, but I love it.
Okay, so let's get right into it. I have a few base questions, but of course we'll get, tailored around you. So first, what we would like to know is, how long have you been in the beauty industry and what inspires you to get started?
So I've been in the beauty industry a long time. So I first started doing hair when I was 13 years old. So I've been doing hair literally a little bit over 15 years now. Yeah, like I started off and I used my mom and my sister as a guinea pig. And then I ended up going to cosmetology school while I was in high school. And I got my license, and that was like my side hustle on top of a side hustle while in college. And really what inspired me to do it was just creating an income that I can control. I grew up very, very poor. So I didn't have, all of my friends went to the beauty salon, every other week. We didn't have the money to do that. So I had to figure out how would I still look good. And so that's when I started doing hair. And I remember like doing my first sewing with like clothing needle and thread instead of like hair needle and thread. It was on my sister, God bless her heart, because she literally let me do it. I begged her, and she's older than me, and she was like, fine, you can do it. And I sewed in like 3 tracks to make a ponytail, and all of them slipped out within like a day. And I was like, dang, how did this happen? Like, why does it say for everyone else? And so, I mean, since then, I literally have been just trial and error for me. and then it worked out somewhere along the way.
Well, that works for us. The kitchen is the best stitching. Yay. Yes. Okay, so I know this is a great question for you. It's near and dear to your heart. What does being a serial entrepreneur mean to you?
Oh, well, first of all, it's important. I think for every woman, especially, I think that it's important to have multiple streams of income. And we don't have to always work hard to do it. I used to be one of those people that like grind, but ultimately you burn out. We are humans. So, you have to also create those things that give you that residual and passive income as well. So for me, it just really means financial freedom.
Okay, that's a good one. I can take that. So with that being said, in the financial freedom, how did you know when it was time to start your second beauty business?
So I started my second beauty business actually during the pandemic. I had a lot of free time and I wanted to, well, I say I officially started it. I had already started it, but it wasn't official. It wasn't on paper. I was just winging it and bootstrapping and using all of my own, funding to do my business. And so then I said, you know what, it's time. It's been a few years. Like now I need to go ahead and do everything legitimately and get all my paperwork in order and, file everything. And so I did that with not one, but 2 businesses during the pandemic. So I did that with my hair extension company, Millionaire Hair. And then I did that also with the Beauty Galore store, which is the online beauty supply store. And I knew it was time because you just get that gut feeling where God will provide for you. I used to be one of those people who let fear stop me from expanding my businesses. And I would say, what if this and what if that? However, during the pandemic, I had so much time to fast and pray and focus that I knew that at this point, I have a solution to a lot of people's problems. And so why withhold that from people if I know that I can help them, especially my clients?
Oh, okay. Well, let's help everybody out.
Right. Okay. We have the solution. Okay. So we can't hold it back. We gotta let everybody know.
Right. And put your own twist on it. I think that's an important part. Put your own twist on it.
Yes, for sure.
you got to give out a little advice, okay?
Okay.
What advice would you give an aspiring beauty serial entrepreneur?
Who? So I could give a lot of advice because I've been doing this for more than a few years, but I would say stay in your lane. I think that's the most important thing. I think because people look at the beauty industry as oversaturated, they can kind of look to the left or to the right to compare themselves against other businesses. However, God gave you a gift. You solely have a gift that only you can do. It could be a formula to a product. It could be your packaging. It could be your styling. It could be your installations. It could be whatever God gave you. And it's something different from everybody. Yes, it's kind of like, well, everybody can do it so in, but everybody can't do it like you. So you have to understand that you're only who you can be and who God called you to be. So when you know that, then you can be comfortable in your journey as a serial business owner, and you're able to roll out all of your businesses to where they're authentic and they can stand out from the market, wherever, where within your target audience and wherever you're located demographically.
That'll work. And then a little more advice is
Yes.
how do you manage your multiple businesses? Do you have help?
Oh, child. Okay, listen, y'all. So I have been a solopreneur since I started businesses. So literally since I was 13 doing hair in college, when I came and worked here back in Houston, when I moved back home from college, I have done everything by myself. I was my graphic designer. I was my PR. I was my marketing exec. I was my CFO, COO. See, I was everything. But I will say that there is a downside to that, which is total exhaustion. So I recently just hired a few team members to help me literally during the pandemic as well, when I started to make everything come into just a well-oiled machine. You have to know that you cannot do everything by yourself. So I started to, I have an assistant now. I have a few other people. I have a lot of contract workers. And that's one of the things I will say is contract work. A lot of people think like I have to put people on payroll and I have to hire them and they have to be working for me. But when you are a serial beautypreneur, you can always contract people. So you can get on, I love the platform Fiverr. I love it because you can go on there for a minimum of $5, go hire a virtual assistant. You can go, take to Instagram and see who wants to, help you or do whatever. And then one of my secrets that I do, you guys, I'm going to give y'all a free game. Okay. Go to the beauty schools. Okay. A lot of students need hours. Hello. That is what we're here for. Go to your nearest beauty college. Go and, ask their professors or their instructors, can their top students though, because some beauty school students don't really want to be there. But if you go to a beauty school, you go and you ask them, hey, do you have any top students that need help with their hours that you're willing to allow to work with me? And we'll go over some of the things in your curriculum as long as they help me. So then now you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping another beauty entrepreneur. And then you're helping the community ultimately because you're giving knowledge to people who are coming after you.
Okie dokie, that works for me. So before I ask this last question to y'all, please pull out your pens and paper. Pull them out because y'all are going to want to write down everything she's about to say, and I'm not going to have her repeat it, okay? You ready? How you like this with her? Okay. But seriously, you need to tea on a few of your favorite business apps. Like, what's on your phone? What's your go-to? What's in that little secret pocket that you don't like nobody going to the app? What is it?
Okay, so honestly, I probably have close to 100. Well, no, not 100. Maybe like 70 apps that I kind of deal with. But I'll give you my top ones that I love. So first of all, if you're a person that needs help with content, you can always use Canva or you can go through PicMonkey. That's PIC Monkey, right? Everything's spelled out. So if you go through PicMonkey, do the desktop version. It's sort of like Canva. They have pre-made templates. You literally insert or edit the text, and there's your content. Okay. So those are my two. However, if you're more advanced with the graphics, you can definitely use Canva because it's easier to layer your content and get a very professional finish. So that's Canva and PicMonkey are like my favorites. If I'm on my phone and I want to do something quick with like a meme or a video, I use InShot. You can pay, I think it's like $2.99 to get rid of the logo, that their watermark. So you can use InShot. I love that for videos. Another really cool app for videos is called It's Quick. That's Quik. That one is super dope. It does like transitions for you. You can add text, but it's pretty much basic. It's literally just for like the transitions. I also love anything that allows me to pre-schedule my posts. Okay, like I'm never on Instagram. I'm never on Facebook. I'm never, because I always use different apps to schedule. So when I do this, you can use Planoly. You can use really just Google any schedule app, and they all pretty much work the same. Besides videos, some of the apps don't allow you to schedule videos, but and then some of them work mostly for Facebook and not for Instagram. So you gotta kind of have to play with it. I have my Facebook and my Instagram connected. So if you're one of those people that want to post both sets of content on both platforms, then you can just schedule it to Facebook, and your Facebook automatically posts to your Instagram. So boom, you got a schedule for Instagram. So you got to kind of finagle it a little bit. So those are some of my favorite apps.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Yaya the Mogul. We appreciate it. I'm proud of you. I'm sure the audience is proud of you. And if y'all in Houston, book an appointment, or wherever you are, she'll travel to you. So yes, but thank you for being here. Please stick around so we can ask you a few questions in the Q&A. All righty. We're going to get into our next segment. Here we have, and that's, of course, the favorites, How to Market Your Beauty Business Like a Pro by Miss Rosemary Salem, the creator of this amazing summit here. Ms. Rosemary Salem is the CEO of Rosemary Salem and Company, LLC, that focuses on building global brands through workshops, private coaching, and online courses. She is an international speaker and author of Dominate Your Market, your play-by-play guide to building a profitable brand. She is a dynamic speaker and coach who has a passion for helping entrepreneurs build their brand of their dreams. She fuels you up and gives you the tools necessary to make it happen in your business. Her life motto is Your Vision Matters. So I like Miss Rosemary to come on in. You've been working real hard this whole webinar. Where are you?
Hey, hi everybody. Oh my goodness, we are almost to the end, guys. I am not going to be before you all long because the first and foremost, the reason why I did this summit is because I understand that the beauty industry was probably hit one of the hardest. Having to shut down the place where you work at and start from zero, filing for unemployment, that really bothered me. I was already starting to get a passion for the beauty and the wellness and the tech industry, specifically women entrepreneurs. So I'm so happy that God gave me this vision to do this. But before I can even get into my presentation, I have to thank my beautiful host while she's on here. She is an amazing businesswoman. She makes custom wigs. We're going to bring her on towards the end so you can learn a bit about her, because I definitely want to highlight her and what she's doing. I think it's important that we have more platforms where people can come together on one accord to meet a certain need. And I'm very honored to have her as my host. And I just want to personally tell you thank you before I hop into my presentation.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm talking about how to market your business, your beauty business like a pro. First and foremost, I want to tell you all, thank you for investing in yourself today. Your investment of time is something that you will never get back. You will never get this time back. And you saying that, listen, I'm going to take my business to the next level. 2020 is not over for me. I'm going to do whatever I can to end this year strong and start my next year even stronger. So I first and foremost want to commend you all. This is going to be an interactive segment. So definitely talk back to me. I have the comments up. So if you all have any questions or want to respond to the things that I share, just go ahead and post it in the comment section. And if you are watching this on Facebook, go ahead and share this broadcast out. We want as many as people on here for the information and definitely for them to watch the replay that'll be available, okay? So I'm going to hop right in. The first thing that you need to do to market your beauty business like a pro is establish your brand. Okay. Hana did a very amazing job in the beginning. If those of you all missed her segment, please go back and watch the replay on the respective link that you joined. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to watch it again on YouTube. If you're watching for Facebook, the link will be up for about 24 hours before we take it down. But Hana hit on the nugget that I always call a microwavable brands. We're living in a day where Instagram has made it seem as though all you have to do is make an Instagram profile and you are in business. No one is establishing LLCs. No one is establishing real marketing plans, establishing brand messages. No one is doing the actual work of establishing a business. And when this pandemic hit, I like to say that it put a highlight on those businesses because they weren't able to take action on the funding that was available because they weren't all the way you weren't together so you can get that access. You weren't eligible for that access. So my goal here is very simple. I want you all to walk away with the things that you have to work on next, okay? If you are watching me, I need you to put next in the comment section. Next, I need to see that in the comment section, next. All right, so establishing your brand answers 3 simple questions. The first question is, who are you? Who are you? I want you to understand that people need to know who you are. Even if you are selling a brand that necessarily is not a personal brand. Please understand that if someone was suing your company, your brand as a human is not going to show up in that courtroom. You are. So it's important for you to also be a part of that brand and establish who you are as a person. Okay, because that is going to be a reflection. Because when people want to highlight you and give you awards, they're not going to give Lush Boutique the award. They're going to give the owner of Lush Boutique the award. So you have to be representative of a true brand ambassador of your brand. So yes, it goes hand in hand. So for those of you all who are like an introvert and say, well, you know, I just put a brand because I don't want nobody to talk to me. I don't want nobody to do this. Listen, if you're in the business of business, you need to be sociable. So I like to tell people when you become a business owner, that introvertness and that all of that excuses kind of went out the door because you have signed up to be in service, okay? Whether you're selling products or an actual service, you signed up to serve people. So there's no room for being an introvert in the world of business. And I'm going to be the person to give you that bad news, okay? But I want to give it to you in love because I know that you can dominate your market. It's very important for you to stand up for the very thing that you want someone else to believe in, and that's your business, okay? So establishing who you are. Who are you? What is this? What is your name of your business? There's so many people who tell me that they want to start a business. They don't even know the name. They don't even know why they named it that, right? You want to understand why you are doing something so other people can be invested in that brand story, okay? So we want to know who we are. The second question, we want to know who you serve. Listen, this is very key, and I'm going to stick a needle right here because I want you guys to understand that this is extremely important. If you don't know who you're targeting, you are going to target the wrong customers or no customers at all. Understand that you are in business to serve, but you also want to attract the right clients. Would someone say happy businesses in 2021 in the comment section? I want to say that we are establishing happy businesses. And how do we have happy businesses? We have happy businesses when we are attracting the right clients that make us happy, okay? No more slaving because you don't know your worth and you don't want to stand up and brand yourself properly to attract the clients that you truly want to deserve, okay? Now, it's okay being the affordable brand, but did you know you can be selective in being the affordable brand? Did you know you can set up processes and procedures to weed out to make sure that any and everybody is not just hopping on your book paying the $25? Let's see if you're a good match. Let's put in a phone call, making sure that you are the quality of standard of client that I actually want to do business with. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go in the marketplace and just be rejecting everybody, but what I am saying is time out for playing small and not standing up for the fact that you can too attract ideal clients in your business. It is very important for you to get clear on who that ideal client is. So how do you do that, Rosemary? You want to build a client avatar. You want to ask questions like, okay, you want to name that client avatar? My client avatar her name is Maria. Why is her name Maria? Because Maria is a nationality. Why? Because I do business internationally. So I want my client avatar to already be another ethnicity because I don't want her to even be American based because I already know I've set forth to be an international business. So you got to be that clear about it. Can somebody say manifest? Manifest the things that you want in your life in business. Understand this is a pure practice of manifestation. Many people tell you about client avatars, but you got to understand building that client avatar is like manifesting the exact clients that you want. So don't just say you want to deal with celebrity clients. Say you want to deal with celebrity clients that respect what you do, that pay on time, that share things about you, that recommend you, that don't want to hold you hostage just for themselves, but they want to see you blow up and be big. I recently saw a public spat about Ari and her makeup artist, and I don't know neither one of them, but all I'm going to say about the situation is you want to make sure that when you win, that somebody else is clapping. So if your clients have a problem with you evolving and growing and going to the next level, listen, just as though you don't need that negative energy in your life, you don't need that negative energy in your business. You got to start protecting and building quality-based businesses so you can really dominate. Because how can you dominate if your business is making you sick? It doesn't make any sense. When you decided to start building a business, you decided to step up and say that I'm worthy, I can do it, I believe in myself, we are going to be the next multi-million-dollar business. I will attract clients who pay me on time. I will attract clients that respect my booking reservation rules. I will attract clients that don't have a problem with posting pictures and tagging me. I will attract clients that love and promote my business even when I don't ask them to. I will attract clients that I wouldn't mind getting more clients just like them. Is this making sense to somebody? I want to make sure I'm giving y'all some sound advice about how to attract the clients that you want. When you build out this client avatar, you need to know where they're located, okay? You all are in the beauty-based businesses, but some of you all may be product-based. Some of you all may be service-based. Some of you all may be location-based. So you want to be very specific in the demographics in which you want to attract. Understand their livelihood. What do they do? What are they interested in? Some of you all need to run some Facebook ads. You need to know the social behaviors of your client avatar to attract them, okay? So you can't be talking to everybody. You got to get clear and concise on who your client is. Now, as you grow and advance into marketing your businesses, you want to make sure that you are taking it another step, and making sure that you're even building client avatars for the different products and services that you offer, so that when you are running effective marketing campaigns, you're speaking to each specific client avatar individually. But see, that's next level marketing. But listen, I want you all to take this information, and next time I see y'all, I want y'all to be ready for next level marketing. Because I believe that it's time out for the basic level business models, and it's time out for women entrepreneurs being in the last place in the marketplace. I'm sick of seeing it, and it's because we are not doing everything possible to win in the marketplace. You have to take your emotions and put it in your work ethic. Take those emotions and put it in your execution. Take those emotions and put it in your willingness to do it, because that is when you win. I feel like women are some of the most powerful beings on this earth, and it's time out for playing small. It's time out for every year the statistics of women entrepreneurs are either the same or going down. We're not becoming more successful. Now, we're starting businesses like crazy, but why are we starting businesses but we're not breaking even? Why are we starting businesses when we're not even touching our first 100,000? What are we doing? We have to time out for just doing a business because it's cute for Instagram. You got to think bigger. You got to believe bigger. You got to do bigger. If this pandemic did not wake you up, I don't know what else will wake you up, because we're in the days where we got to start flowing with change. You guys got to learn how to pivot. You guys got to do different things so you can market your business and still make money even during the pandemic. Is this helping somebody? The chat is really, really quiet. I need to hear something. Let me know if this is helping you all. All right. So the last thing about establishing your brand is what you do. Okay, so what exactly do you do? What exactly do you do? You have to be crystal clear. You got to understand that people don't want to hear you listing a million things. Gather your elevator pitch, 30 seconds or less. You should be able to tell somebody what you do. If you got to say a paragraph, you don't know what you do. If it's a paragraph, I'm going to say it again. If it's a paragraph, it's not a business. If it's a paragraph, it's not a business. Okay? Now, and Yaya can attest to this, she has branded herself. When you get to the point where you have multiple branches under you, that is when it's even more crucial for you to push people to your personal brand, so that anything that you birth out of your personal brand will be profitable. That is true money right there. When you build up your personal brand, let me tell you something. When you build up your personal brand and your tribe and everybody that's going to be rocking with you, that is when you will see whatever you put out will become profitable, because now you have built up a community of people who are invested in you. Because when they like you, they buy from you. You're a small business owner. You got to get personal. You don't get to be like a corporation right now when they can just throw something out there and say it's going to sell. You have to build your reputation in the marketplace. And how do you do that? You build that reputation through solid relationships. How do you do that? Through consistency in your marketing, through all of your platforms, not just social media. You all need to be growing your email list. You all need to be growing your doing text message marketing. You all need to be picking up your phone and calling customers who have shopped with you. Stop being too good to say thank you. Somebody gonna hear me in here today. How many times have y'all shown gratitude to the customers that have already said yes to you in the past 3 years? How many of y'all have even sent them an email, checked in on them, sent them a thank you note? You have to go the extra mile. Keep those relationships. You don't deserve to be a one-off business. You don't deserve to be a one-off business. You deserve to be $1 million business. Who am I talking to? Am I talking to somebody? I want to make sure that we know that we're millionaires in the making. I want to make sure I know who I'm talking to, because I give advice for people to excel in their industry. I give advice for people to dominate their market. This is not a game. Stop entering the marketplace because it's attractive and it's cute and it's trendy. Stop entering the marketplace because you want to fit in. This is not high school. This is business. Get yourself in order, because I know you can do it. I'm not talking to you like this because I don't think you can do it. I'm talking to you because I know you can do it. We're too powerful. God gave us the ability to birth. He didn't give that to man. So you don't think you have the same qualities to possess a second birth of a successful $1 million business? Multiple $1 million brands outside of you? You are playing yourself. And you are not on one accord with who God called you to be. Because I truly believe when he blesses you with a vision, no matter what it is, there may be a vision for your life, vision for your family, vision to have a child, vision to start school. If he definitely bless you with a vision to start a business, you better know that he is going to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that you can ever ask or think. But you all won't step up to the plate and do the work. Faith without works is dead. Am I talking to somebody on here today? Now, I know we have Q&A, and I want to get there. So you all understand, I'm going to take a pause right here. Make sure that you all get your questions. We're bringing up every speaker that's stuck around back up so you can ask them questions. Let me just say this, because this is why I like making platforms, honey. This is what I do. People ask me, people know me for events. And why did I start doing events? Because guess what? When I started speaking, because I didn't start off being in branding and marketing. No, I started off wanting to speak because I knew God gave me the gift to speak. So I remember people not giving me an opportunity. Somebody gonna hear me in here. So I gave myself an opportunity. Some of you all are waiting on somebody to do something for you when God has already ordained you to do it for yourself. This is why I create platforms like this. Why was this free? Because I genuinely wanted to reach the people who were serious about getting the beauty business blueprint so they can grow their business to the next level. This is not cap. This is all facts. I truly love helping people grow their businesses. I am at my highest happiness point right now doing this. This is what makes me happy. This is what gets me going because I like to hear the success stories of my clients. I like for people to say, oh, Rosemary, I attended your workshop. I did this and look, I'm boom, 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 boom. That is when I'm walking in my true purpose and authority. And when you get in alignment and building your business and brand to its a proper level and be on one accord with everything God has for you, you too will have a happy business. Am I talking to somebody on here? I want you all to understand that I gave myself an opportunity when there was no opportunity for me. Now I'm a sought out speaker globally. Do you understand me? Little old me, little Rosemary, 4'10" from Memphis, Tennessee. They didn't even let me walk across the stage to graduate high school after my mother had died my senior year of high school. And God still pulled me through all of that. Yet I'm building platforms so now I can give other women and men an opportunity to speak. This is why I do what I do. See, when you establish a thing, God will bless it. Your messaging. We're gonna get through all of this, and then we're gonna get to the Q&A because I want you all to take advantage with the fact that you have people who are successful. How many of y'all get on the little post and you watching people Instagram lives and you asking them questions and they not answering your question? They running circles around you. They not really giving you the real information. Or some of y'all have invested in bad coaching and consulting, and you invested in that program and you didn't learn squidly dot. But yet you're on this platform where you have people who are ready to pour into you and ready to pour into your business. Please understand that this is not by happenstance. You showing up here today is for you to get everything that God intended for you to get. Okay? And if you all haven't noticed, I am very, very, very much so in love with Jesus because he allowed me to start my business off of a broken air mattress and gave me the voice that he gave me and gave me the platforms and the access to be everything that I am right now. So excuse me if I have to let you know how good he is. Because in business, I truly believe that you get it, whatever source you believe in, because I respect all religions, you need to tap into it. Whatever the source is, whatever higher praise source you believe in, tap into it because you need it to tap into your highest level of potential. Facts. Next, your messaging. All right. Your messaging is so off if people don't understand why they need to shop with you. Point blank, period. Don't just tell me you're a hairstylist. What does that mean? What do you specialize in? What can you do? Every hairstylist can't do everything. I'm natural. So if I come to you with my natural hair, you be like, ooh, I thought you like wanted like a perm or like a weave. I don't really do natural. See, you didn't tell me that. Now you done wasted my time. Now you done made me mad. Now I'm gonna unfollow you. Never refer you again in my life. And some of you all may think that, oh, who cares about that one? Let me tell you something. If Jesus left the 99 for the one, some of y'all need to understand that that one matters. Be careful of the seeds that you sow. Sow seeds of good quality business and good quality customer service, because you want to reap good blessings in your business. I don't know why that just came out, but that was for somebody. I really felt that because I've never said that before. So please catch that. But you all have to start understanding that even if that customer was nasty to you or what have you, you are in the business of being a servant. Okay? In the business of being a servant requires you to humble yourself. Don't bring your ego to a dissatisfied customer. Try to handle it the best way you can. Ease them and apologize always. Even if you feel like they was wrong. In business, the customer is always right. Some of y'all have to humble yourselves and approach things differently so you can not, even if that person doesn't receive the good seed that you're sowing in the ground, guess what? God sees it. So make sure that you're doing the right thing and you'll reap the good harvest. You can't worry about nobody else. But don't you start getting down off of your pedestal as a business owner and acting like a peasant out here in the streets when God called you higher to be an awesome businesswoman. Okay? It's important. Do good things and good things will happen to you. Okay? So your messaging, be clear on what you do. Be crystal clear. Come up with a clear statement, a brand statement that answers all of those questions of what a brand is, but now you need to concoct it into a full sentence. Okay? Does that help? Are we good? Can I move on? I want to make sure because I got 5 more minutes and I got four more points. Are we good? Somebody say we're good in the comments and I'm going to move on. I just need a good. Anybody? Somebody. Make sure we all still here. Okay, it's coming through. All right, so we're going to go next to promotion. Let me talk about social media last, because some of you all don't understand that social media is not the only promotional strategy. Please stop being so consumed with being on social media that you don't even know how to develop an email marketing tactic, that you don't even know how to start a text message marketing campaign, that you don't even know how to do offline marketing. You don't even know that some people still actually read newspapers. You don't even know that some people still look at the little postcards before they put it in the trash can. Some of you all need to be investing in those things and doing a full scope of offline and online marketing efforts so you can promote your business effectively. Social media is not the only way to do it. It's not the only way to do it. Get off of this platform. I also, just another story time. Today, I was scrolling on the Shade Room and I saw Boosie is getting ready to sue Facebook. He is getting ready to sue Mark Zuckerberg for his Instagram page. Now, there were a lot of people in the Black community that I saw in the comments saying, oh, he crying over Instagram, this and the other. Let me be very clear. When you build your entire business model off of a platform that you don't own, you have lost your everlasting mind. That is why he is trying to sue, because his platform is, he don't do social media, he do business media. And that's what some of you all are not getting. You're getting on social media to be social, and you need to do business media. You need to be sharing relevant content and letting people know how how they can shop with you. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay? Business media. Some of y'all are on there being scroll masters and you're not posting nothing about your business and you wonder why you're not getting a sale. You wonder why nobody's in your chair. You wonder why nobody ever refers you or shares your post. What are they going to share? The air? You guys have to be consistent. Give people something to share. Give people to say, oh, let me share this. Rosemary is doing a 20% off sale. When I did my Black Friday, I had over 17 people share my post, and I did not ask them. I did not ask them. Are you doing something that people can share out with their following? Now, he is upset with Mark Zuckerberg because his business is on Instagram. He makes money for advertising people. He makes money off of there. His business contacts is on there. Do not put your whole business model on a platform you don't own. Some of you all need to start your email marketing list tonight. Get people on that list. That's what you can own. That's something that you can have. That's something that you can download that CSV file and keep those emails forever. That's your property. Stop investing all of your business on a platform that you don't own, because if Instagram shut down tomorrow, if your business shut down too, then you were not in order. Is this making sense? So your promotion needs to be on point. Next, your positioning. How are you positioning yourself in the marketplace? Some of you all desire to be a luxury hairstylist and own a luxury suite. Well, let me tell you something. You start the way you want to finish. I'm going to say that again. You start the way you want to finish. Stop lowballing yourself and coming in with these $5 opportunities and think you're going to get $5,000 clients to say yes to you eventually. Because they're seeing that $5 offers and they're already turning their nose up, because people who invest high level don't invest in low level stuff. There are some people that wouldn't dare step into Walmart because they love Target, because they love quality. I have a close friend. He literally hates the thought of going inside of Walmart. Why? Because Target is his home. He gravitates towards what his standard is as a human and the quality. He don't like Walmart because Walmart is below his standard. The same concept when it comes to your businesses. Are you meeting the standard of the ideal client you want to attract? Stop being afraid to start the way you want to finish. My first business client did not pay me no little money. My very first client on that air mattress did not pay me no little money. Y'all gonna hear me in here today. Nobody knows that you just got started in your business but you. Stop entering the business saying, well, I'm new to the marketplace, so I'm just getting started. I'm new. This is not school. We are not interested in you being the new student in the marketplace. We are interested in what you do, who you serve, and that's it. Who you are, what you do, and who you serve. That's what we're interested in. Some of y'all keep coming in tiptoeing in the marketplace, and you need to dominate. You gotta crush it. I was watching a self-development presentation, and the young woman said, you need to have a Chad behavior. And she described Chad to be this uppity white guy who didn't care. Chad did whatever. Chad was like he never second guessed. Chad was underqualified for things, but he still got it because he wasn't afraid to just jump and take the leap. And some of y'all are so busy trying to do everything perfect when God is saying, can you just do it so I can perfect it? You keep trying to do it in your own might, and he wants to propel you and do something new, but you keep holding on to the business model. You holding on to the services that you want to drop because you feel like you are underqualified, undeserved, and underready to get started, and you have been missing out on your spot. Let me tell you, 2020 is not over. I get irritated when people tell me that 2020 is over, when I know that January 1st is the only day that clarifies that 2021 is here. Some of y'all need to stop procrastinating and saying what you gonna do, and stop procrastinating and say, oh, well, January I'm gonna get started. Man, do that jump right now. How soon do you want to make money? I'm sorry, I'm from Memphis, so I had to hit that slang real quick. How do you want to make money? How soon do you want to make money? Let me ask you that. How soon do you want to change your bloodline? How soon do you want to change your lifestyle? How soon? That's what I want to ask you. How soon? How soon are you done living paycheck to paycheck? How soon are you done playing small? How soon? How soon? Because when you understand how soon, and your answer is probably right now, Rosemary, right now. Right now, Rosemary, I'm trying to do it right now. Exactly. Then you get in your head and acting like everything is not ready. You are not baking a cake. You are building a business. Stop trying to make sure you got the perfect ingredients. You got this, and then you so scared to put it in the oven. You don't even want to put it in the oven. You don't even want to get a cake. That is not business. Business is daring to step out in a marketplace to serve a service, a need, and provide a solution. Point blank, period. You can Google that if you think I'm lying to you. That is what business is. You are being a solution provider. That's it. Then nobody asks you about your logo and how pretty it looks right now. Use the logo that you got and upgrade it once you make your first sale. Some of y'all making stuff so difficult and it makes no sense. Y'all just told y'all about Canva. You can use Canva to make a basic logo right now for free. You complaining about not being able to afford a graphic designer. I'm telling you what you can do for free and make it look quality. I'm dishing it. I hope y'all are taking it. That's all I'm saying. All right. So next, your packaging and presentation. This is when you focus on how you want to package your services. Some of you all do the most for your clients, but you are not packaging in a way for them to understand it. So if I was to come into Yaya's suite, I'm pretty sure Yaya got me some Wi-Fi. Yaya probably gonna offer me some something to drink. She probably gonna give me a bottle of water or some juice, or she might even offer me some wine. And those are all incentives and bonuses of working and being a part of your community as a client. That is what people need to see when you're marketing and packaging your services. Stop just acting like you're just some ordinary hairstylist. You're just some ordinary MUA. You're just some ordinary esthetician. You're just some ordinary this and ordinary that. You can't make money and stand out because you are not even claiming all of who you are and what you actually do for a client. Package that so people can understand that they are getting an experience, because people invest in experiences. You all are trying to just offer a service. Everybody is offering the services. You sound like everybody else. I want to know that when I go to Yaya's suite, that guess what? I'm not going to have Yaya on the phone arguing or hearing her argue with someone, or if she was arguing, someone else who had kids arguing with their baby daddy back and forth and all of that. I know that she's going to give me her undivided attention. I'm going to be in a private Lux suite. I'm going to get a private experience. I want to invest in experience. See, when people think about when people want to go to a spa, they're looking for the best spa because what? They want an experience. People want experiences. People don't like Walmart because they don't like the experience they get in Walmart. They like Target because they like the experience. People go to Chick-fil-A because they like the experience. What is the experience? That's what you have to package. And then you have to present it consistently. Some of you all don't promote your business consistently. Y'all go to networking events and don't want to open your mouth about what you do. But yet you want to be $1 million business. Please make it make sense. So I'm about to wrap this up because we got to get to our Q&A. But the last thing, your pricing. I need you all to price according to the value you provide. Do you give $5 value to your customers? No. So why are you charging like you're a $5 business? And please stop telling me that people won't pay, because that is a lie from the pit of hell. Because even during the pandemic, people still been shopping. Am I lying? Have they not still been shopping? Did Black Friday not still go on? Stop making preconceived notions about what someone else's pockets look like, and start making it clear on why they should spend money with you. By focusing on their pockets and focus on the value that you're providing them. And yes, you will attract those clients. So that is the conclusion of my Market Your Business Like a Pro presentation. If this was good, I need to see a 1 in the comment section. If this is good, I need to see a 1 in the comment section. I'm about to bring our beautiful host back up, and she is going to take over with this panel, and then we're going to get ready to close out. Thank you all so much. Let me bring her back up.
I'm back. Have y'all enjoyed yourselves so far? Let me see some comments, because y'all ain't been giving me no comments all night. I'm kind of, a little sad about that. So can I get some comments about what y'all enjoyed, or if y'all enjoyed it? A little yes ma'am, something. Okay, I gotta love this. Thank you, Kenesha. Let me see anybody else in here. Are y'all awake? Do y'all want to win anything? Okay, Miss Whitley, this whole summit is a blessing for me, for real. Yes, ma'am. I got notes too. You got your notes? Let me see. Okay, well, my biggest takeaway will probably be in the budgeting and the pricing. A big issue I have is charging my worth, because I'm always the helper. I'll help you. No, I'll do it. It's okay. It's fine. I'll fix it. Let me just put this, or offering advice, business tips that I've learned, because of course, you'll learn a little later that I'm always over the place, and people just don't give you the same courtesy back. So just learning to charge what I'm worth is probably what I've taken away the most from this. So, and now we have another giveaway coming up. It's giveaway time. Please share your post, your screenshot, or photo using the hashtag BBB2020 and tag Rosemary Salem Code, because I see a few people have used the hashtag, but you're not tagging Rosemary in it. So, you still don't win. But we're about to head over to the Q&A. So drop all your questions in the comments, and we'll bring all the speakers back. So let's get all the speakers back on here right now, and we'll get these questions answered. So please comment your comments. All right, comment your comment. No worries. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we have a winner. Okay, let me go see. Who's the winner? All right, so drum roll for who won the giveaway. It is Erica B. Luxuries. Woo! So, Miss Erica, you won one of our prizes for the night. Please DM Miss Rosemary at Rosemary Salem Code. That's ROSEMARY SALEMCO to get your prize and share it with me. I want to see what it is. I want to see what you have. Okay, we bring all the speakers back. Let's get all the speakers back on. Hey. All right. So drop y'all comments down below so we can get this thing rolling. For all of my panelists, how do y'all feel? How did that make y'all feel?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Great. I had fun.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait, you muted, yeah. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Okay, yes, sorry. I had so much fun just watching and gathering a lot of information. And Rosemary, girl, you had me screaming at the camera on mute, honey. Okay, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Let me see. Nobody has any questions? I know y'all not sitting over there just staring at this screen. Let me see.
But most definitely, Rosemary hit the hammer on the nose when she said the fact of people are going to shop, people are going to buy, people are going to. I mean, they're going to spend their money. So us having, or you as a starter business, or just not sure of yourself as a business, people are going to spend. If you need to up your prices on your business, up your prices on your business. I think I've,
Right.
like with makeup, I was one of the $45 people. Started off at $45. Then I
Mm-hmm.
jumped up to $50. Then now 65 for a natural, 85 for glam. I travel. So $35 for a travel fee. You make the expense. People need you. If they can't do something, they're gonna contact somebody that they know to be able to reach what level that they're trying to get to, no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. Okay, we got a question here from the Pitts twins. What are the best platforms to advertise your business?
I can answer that. Well, first of all, there shouldn't be just one platform that you advertise on. There should be. I personally like to, as far as social media platforms, I like to do Facebook and Instagram. It does depend on where your target audience is because I know a fashion designer and she's solely on Twitter, and every time her picture go viral, she drops a so like, and that works for her. So really, you just have to look at your how Rosemary was speaking about your avatar. Um, create your ideal customer, and then wherever they are, because guess what? If you're looking at high end clients, like a lot of my clients are older because they have the disposable income to pay the prices that I charge. So I'm going over to Facebook because that's where they are. And then Instagram is for those in between people. Like they may not necessarily have disposable income because of the age range that's on Instagram. However, they gonna spend their last to get their hair done, which is none of my business. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on where your your target audience is at, and then that can kind of determine. Again, the email list is really something that you should look into.
I agree. My target audience is usually on Facebook. I'm trying to get better with the whole Instagram, but I feel like a lot of younger age, and I'm not too
Hmm.
far off the rip or whatever, but I think that a lot of the younger age, the quick instant people are more on the is on more on Instagram. I target my clientele is usually between the age bracket of me. So that's about 26 or 27 and on up. So usually I can hit them quicker with telling them about a special, or telling them about skin and how to fix their skin, or what is best to fix their skin, because it's more accessible on Facebook. So that's usually my place where I market everything that I'm trying to reach out to. I'm trying to do that on Instagram. Lord knows.
Okay, that was some good advice. And do you all feel a booking site makes a big difference opposed to just writing your books yourself?
I think so. I use the Square appointments, and for my booking, and for the selling of my items. Square bought out Weebly, so it made it easier for people to book and also shop on my website. So anytime that they had a question about, oh, I need to book a facial with you. Well, you're gonna go first through my website and see my facial skincare products. Then, if you don't see anything that you like, then you can go to the booking site. A lot of options are always best for people. I'm getting to the point now where I'm strictly by the books. No same day. If you want same day, then you book on the site and see whatever time schedules. And sometimes we look so forward to the money coming in, or what someone is trying to get in, or whatever time slot, that we overbook ourselves, or we overwork ourselves and look at the money and not the value of how's my customer service in between these multiple clients.
Okay, good
Hmm.
advice. Anyone else?
I love a booking site. I think it's very professional. It helps business owners stay organized. It helps the client feel like they have attributed to actually having the success of actually booking the appointment. They don't have as many questions like, did you get my appointment or did you do this? Because your booking site automatically emails the confirmation, and then if they need to reschedule, they go straight through the email. If they need to cancel, they go straight through the email. And then depending on the booking site, if you have a cancellation fee or a reschedule fee, then it's automatic. You don't have to do as much work. So I definitely love the booking site for sure.
Yeah, I think a booking site is good from a consumer standpoint. I'm pretty much last minute, or I do things late at night because of what I do, and of course I cannot call my hairstylist or a potential makeup artist at 3 o'clock in the morning and ask you if you have an appointment available. So if you have a site, I can go on your site, read your rules, and you kind of get a sense of who that person is. Because I'll be honest, when I read your description right there, and you're yelling at me in all caps, and it's a whole bunch of colors, and it's just don't do this, don't. It's like, I'm glad you just saved me my money.
Yes.
What you got?
I try not to characterize and put into a section. Lord knows I don't. But when I go on your Schedule.ly site and it says you gotta have your hair pre-washed, or you gotta have this. It's like, ugh, this is ghetto. I don't want to book you. It is. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
I am very precise with that, because it's just like styling and stylists, or just people in the beauty industry, are not the same. And sadly, we have to have deposits because we don't want our time being wasted by people who are indecisive or find a cheaper price or anything of that sort. So deposits are most definitely needed. But when you have these long list of rules and it's in cap and it's just like everywhere, and it's not organized, and it's just like regular pictures, or it's just unprofessional all the way, it's like, I'm good, love. God can't, because I already know, looking at your site, of how unorganized and how it's not professional looking. I already know I'm about to be sitting for 30 minutes and you telling me, I'm sorry, I'm about to get to you next.
You like,
I want to come in. I want to come in, and even if I have to wait, there should be, even as a customer, if I have to wait, there should be the sense of, I'm comfortable. This is my happy space. There should not be any music of a bunch of cursing or a bunch of, just too much, just the extraness. And a lot of people feel like, well, that's how I like to keep a vibe, or but there's a certain level of professionalism that goes within having a business. And a lot of people, and there was to jump off, there was a guy, it's a viral video of the man who owns the restaurant, and he told everybody in the restaurant that this is not the place to be twerking, this is not the place to do all the extraness. He felt like his brand was important, which is true. People should respect people business and brands, and how their perception of what they want should be like. And if we as a community don't respect people's opinions of what they're building and what they're trying to achieve, then it's okay to say take your business somewhere, because somebody else is looking for that energy, that good space to have fun and to have or show their excellence as being Black, or just being a person in general. So it's all about how you just brand and just choose your stuff wisely.
Yeah, and a tip to go with, just kind of atmosphere. So my clients, I have a private suite, and so that Rosemary is right. I give wine, I got snacks, we have it all here. So one thing that I do to kind of, and they pay for their specific time. So I don't have multiple people at the same time. You're having a private experience for yourself. They don't bring guests. They like to chill. They got the option of movies, TV, music, whatever they want is what they're getting. And so one thing that I love to do is ask their preference for music. So like most of the time when I'm here or if I have a new client, I'm always playing jazz music. However, for all of my clients, my returning clients, some of them get a little antsy. So I say, do you have a specific artist that you would prefer to hear? Now, if it's J. Cole, they don't get J. Cole. If it's Cardi B, they gonna listen to Cardi B. I'll put my one little AirPod in and I'm jamming whatever I want to, in my ear, but it's not something that's gonna be super loud. And especially like I'm inside of a med spa. So I mean it's not gonna be anything crazy anyways because it's a med spa. But yeah, just asking, I think that's important, especially there should be surveys that you give to your clients. If you did, a Black Friday sale 3 days after, 7 days after, they should be getting automatic emails about, their experience and what they want to see from you, any feedback, all of that stuff I think plays into the atmosphere and making sure that, whoever your target audience is, that everything that you do in your business is something that, either plays a part of the lifestyle that they already have, if it's high end, or even elevates that. So
Okay, ladies. We got another question in here. Let me see. Is direct or indirect marketing the best?
hmm.
It's like,
It's kind of totally up to you.
okay.
You, at a point in time, you know what reaches your clientele best. So it's kind of what is your target? How do I keep my customers going? With me being a esthetician and a makeup artist, I have to always be diverse in everything that I do. So if it's me making a makeup TikTok, if it's me doing just a regular old video about skin, if it's me doing a makeup look, doing a Facebook Live makeup look, if it's me sending a text message to my customers about what specials is going on to get the exclusive before I post it to everybody, then that's what I do. However, you feel it's best to market to your clientele, you do it. It feels like forever sometimes when you have to edit this and make this and reach a certain level where you have to be in consistent rotation of sending out that information on Instagram or Facebook and things of that sort. But if you want the clientele, if you want to achieve your goal your monthly goal for the month, then you'll do what's best for you and your in your craft.
Okay, that's a pretty good answer.
I
Mhm.
personally think that indirect marketing, I think, kind of um hones in on whoever your target audience is. So for example, indirect would be like making sure your SEO is up to date and making sure, when people search you on Google, you the first person to pop up, making sure people go give you those 5-star ratings on Google. Like those are the things that get you in front of people you didn't even think you should have been in front of. Like direct marketing, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I do both. I definitely value that as well. But indirect is like psychological, in my opinion. It's like, okay, my person loves Steve Harvey. They so now you're running ads behind the Steve Harvey show. Or oh, my person loves to go to Bloomingdale's every Sunday at 2. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so at 2:01, you're running an ad behind in the store, you know, like different things like that. I think
Yeah.
really make a difference in people's businesses, and then it starts to become where people are starting to seek you out because of the indirect marketing, where it just kind of rolls out and then people see it and then they contact you versus you actually going, you know, to do stuff physically.
Make it work for you. I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
Let me see. We have one more, Miss Whitley. For those that sell tangible products, how do you handle shipping in this Amazon Prime world?
Whew. Ooh, child. Girl, listen, I don't know. No, I
So,
think go ahead.
so, child, let me tell you, it's hard.
It
um,
is.
with selling product, the postal service has made life a little bit easier. Um, they've made life a little bit easier. I ship through the postal services, and they give a lot of incentives with shipping. It is a hassle. It is shipping ain't cheap, especially when you small. When you're a small business, it's cool because you can get the boxes for free, um, and you can get certain things. But when it comes to paying for it and then also trying to market yourself on other websites such as Amazon and things of that sort, you kind of just you have to make some hard choices on it. It's yeah.
I personally think that you should include shipping into the cost of your product so that you say you advertise as free shipping, and then that way like jumping at it, but it's already integrated into your price. So you don't take away from your profit margin, but you just kind of help that marketing wise and that will help your sales. As far as the actual cost of shipping, that's something we just really can't get around, especially with the pandemic. Shipping costs have skyrocketed. I personally use FedEx with my hair extension company because USPS things come up missing and I hate it. So I use FedEx. If you have tons of orders, of course, you can do everything at home before you arrive so that you get your labels, you print out a manifest, you, you do all that, you box everything, and then you go to the whatever near location is near you, and you just drop it and you go. For me, I have a very good relationship with my FedEx near my home, so it's very easy. Like I know all of them by name. They Miss Williams, what you got for us today? And they get it all done for me. So I think building relationships with your local postal service is good, and then finding the postal service. I don't know what products you sell. I don't know if it's like what items, but I think also having just a little tip, especially for hair companies, make sure you place your packaging inside of a postal package. You don't want to be. I know we love our cute bags and we love our nice box that says mine is millionaire hair and it's so cute. People like that's a targeted item, especially during things like events like Black Friday, Christmas. We're in the holiday season, so those porch pirate people who like to steal packages will steal your package for your customer. If you're not careful, so always place. You can still have your packaging, but when they open up the box, that's when you can wow them. So yeah, just my little tip.
That works for me. Well, I don't see any more questions. So again, I want to say thank you, ladies, just for me, for not making this hard for me to interview you guys and everything flow. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart because you guys just drop your Instagram, your social media, or whatever is the best place to keep in contact with you, and let our audience know the best way to keep in contact with you as well to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Me, it's Yaya the Mogul on Instagram. If you go to my Instagram page, all of my other links are in my bio. When you click the link, everything's there. So just Yaya the Mogul. That's YAYATHEMOGL on Instagram.
Okay, next.
Yeah. So my Instagram is at Coleman Tax. underscore the beauty CPA. And then I do have a free Facebook group for beautypreneurs for financial coaching. And you can search Facebook for the beauty CPA group. And so you can find me there.
I'm
My
definitely following you.
exactly. My Instagram is fluffbeauty_company. And that's on Instagram. If you would like to look at my Facebook, it is Divine Visions. It's with two E's for divine, so DEEVINE, and then the word visions on Facebook. And you can see all of my work and post the videos of makeup and things of that sort.
Okay. All right. And did you have the other speakers Instagram?
Yes, I'm gonna drop it in the chat now.
All right. We have a thank you so much, ladies, in the comments for you. Let's
You're
see.
so welcome.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
you're so
welcome.
welcome.
Great.
And I don't know if you ladies want to join me, but I definitely will be live on Instagram after this because I have a few more gems. Rosemary, check your chat, girl, because I definitely want to give y'all some more gems after this. I know I'm in Texas, so it's only 8 o'clock here, but yeah, join me on Instagram live after this, you guys. If you guys are still tuned in, and I'm gonna give y'all some freebies.
Okay. Party on Yaya Live. Slide.
Hey.
So let's all, head over to Yaya Nova once we finish here to keep it going. We're talking about having new customers, followers, people seeing our businesses. Where is the best place to start? Then all of us. It's like 50, 60 people in here. That's 50, 60 customers or different platforms. You have to reach out to other people. So connect, guys. You can ask who's in here, drop your tag, little fun. But thank you, ladies, again, and we appreciate you all.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
So thank you all so much for participating. To all the speakers, definitely means a lot to me. Personally, I want to, introduce Deven before we leave. I do. We are in the presence of someone who owns two brands, so it would be remiss. So we want to definitely just bring her up, and I just have a few questions for her because I think it's very important for you all to learn from somebody that that you can probably relate to a bit more than someone that you may see as a competitor, right? It's always important for you to see somebody that's in their growing process, so you can also see that it can be happening for yourself. So I'm going to bring her up actually as a guest as I interview her shortly, and then we're going to close out really, really quickly. So let me go ahead and bring her back up.
It is challenging being on this side.
It is okay. So let the people know about your two different brands that you have. I think it's very awesome that you have already, established yourself and moved on to your second brand. So let's talk about that a little bit. What inspired that move and transition?
Okay, so my first baby, and they kind of went, they ran concurrently or whatever word goes there. But I started off making wigs, and how that came about. I'm a shop baby, which means like you get dropped off at the salon at 7 a.m. and your mother does not come back to get you till 9 p.m. somehow. And I ended up just working. So I thought I could outsmart my stylist at the time and be like, well, if I help her wash a few heads or, braid a few things down, I can get this line moving and I can get up out of here. It did not happen like that. But through that, I can say she let me learn how to color hair, do takedowns, shampoos, so many different things that I didn't realize while I'm in here. My mom paying for me to get my hair done. I'm also learning. So that's where that started out. Her name's Trinace, and she at the time she was also a celebrity hairstylist. She was very heavy working with Keisha Cole. So I'm like, oh my God, you doing celebrities hair? And at the time, I felt like I couldn't get there, or it was a far reach, shall I say. So that was a really big thing. And to have this person who's in such a high place loving on little old me who's 9, 10 at the time, that was something very major. So I went on working there, going through those things and finding out that I like hair, but I don't really like people. It gives me an anxiousness when a person's sitting there feeling in their head, or what you doing? What you doing? It's like, let me create. So once wigs came about, I'm like, okay, I can do this. And my business actually got started in a hospital bed. I was in the hospital for like 3 or 4 months, and I had to figure out something that I could do while my jaws were wired together. So I'm like, I don't have to talk to you. I don't have you in front of me. I can do your hair, do your service, and I can ship it to you. We don't have to have words. That was smart to me. So that's where it got created. And the point of doing it on a sewing machine was because Deven can't draw a straight line. So hand sewing just was not going to work for me. And with the wigs, I also started to get into seeing people with the alopecia and hair loss, people's financial problems, and different things that you just where I could play off of it. So that was a no-brainer. And then it followed with the Wash, which is my company where I clean and maintenance wig extensions. So wigs that you already have, units you have, sew-ins you've taken down, and their hair is under your sink. We tell you to bring it on in, let us clean it up for you, and you can use it again. And what's special about these two businesses is that once you get your hair shampooed at the Wash, you don't know what to do with it. So now I got to tap you on your shoulder again and say, hey, well, let me make you something out of that. And you can take that on home. So it helps both businesses feed off of each other. And something else that makes the Wash special that I'm working on now, I'll share this with you guys, that while I want to focus on making my money in the luxurious customers, I also have the people that are less fortunate in mind. So I'm putting together a drive of hair, trying to figure out, exactly how I can make it sound nice. But it's basically we're collecting gently used hair, where we're same thing we're doing at the Wash. We shampoo it, clean it up nice, and we can provide this to younger girls that are around the world. Everybody mom can't go buy 7, 8, 9 sets of bundles and closures and things like that for these young ladies to keep up. And I've seen some people do some off the wall things just to have the latest, and that's, if I can prevent that in any type of way, I'm going to stop it. So we're here today.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for just sharing that. I think it's amazing how you said a lot of pivoting. You said a lot of pivoting in that you saw an opportunity that led into another opportunity. And some of you all probably, think expansion is so far-fetched, but really it might be right inside of what you're already doing. So I love that you notice that, hey, this opens another stream of income. That's the business mindset. Seriously. So before you all go, I do have a special offer for all of the attendees. So if you go to rosemarysalem.com, I'm having an exclusive beauty marketing game plan boot camp that is coming up, and only for the attendees that are registered, they will get access to this early bird fee of $97, and you can go secure your spot today. This offer will be valid for 24 hours because this replay will be up for 24 hours. So go and secure your seat for the beauty business marketing game plan boot camp. You will be able to work with me one-on-one. First and foremost, it comes with a one-on-one session. And we're talking about, in the boot camp, we're talking about how to brand yourself, developing your unique sales propositions. We're going over everything that I taught today, but it's actually intimate. There are only 3 slots available. Yes, you heard me correctly. 3. So once those 3 are full, we're done, because it has to be intimate. And if you do not get in for this early bird rate in the next 24 hours, you will have to pay the full price of $297 for the boot camp. So I think you should definitely take advantage of it if you are ready to market your business like a pro and dominate your market and go into 2020 killing it. Okay, so I just want to close it out. Thank you all for joining us. It looks like Yaya has hosted the after party, so we're going to go ahead and hop on her Instagram live. And thank you all for tuning in to the Beauty Business Blueprint Virtual Summit. Thank you all, and have a wonderful